The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered! 12 covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like them apples?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
Happy Roll Call Friday, everybody. What is up? Welcome into another episode of the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, the book, Matt Perrault, the Bostonian. We are live on our YouTube channel at Boston versus the book, Twitter at Boston versus the book. We are replayed on SiriusXM channel 159 and on Sports Grid TV. And Chris Andrews from the South Point will be stopping by momentarily. How are you on this Roll Call Friday? Thank you for wearing the dreaded Lakers gear today because, well, that was ugly last night for the Boston Celtics.
What happened? What do you mean? I just picked this out. What happened? What happened last night? I just wanted to wear purple because it matches the Super Bowl stuff. What happened? Lakers win.
Without LeBron and AD.
Outright.
Not just win, 15-point dogs.
Plus 15. Cash. Under cash.
Something's wrong.
Money line. Plus
Cash.
$8 cash. Everybody coming here for Roll Call Friday. Cash. We got it all coming today, boys and girls. Had to go get Chrissy from the South Point. Hopefully he's bringing a dog or two from the hot dog cart. Local joint that, caters to the locals. We're going to talk about that, what the Vegas experience is like off the strip, on the strip. We're going to talk about all that. I got a nice little surprise this morning that is my favorite thing about today. Which we finish this show with every single day. And
Correct.
You guys hang with us the whole time. And I got surprised last night with something to get me ready for Roll Call Friday. Was totally caught off guard. And actually, were you able to get this video ready to show for the people right now at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
You tell me when. You cue it up.
You tell me whenever you want to fire it. I mean, this is the first of the roll calls, and this was an in-person roll call.
Yeah.
In a parking lot at the Westgate on a Thursday night, which may or may not scared the living crap out of anybody who's actually
scared me. I ain't scared, but I was scared a little bit last night. Hit the video real quick for the people.
You start turning around real fast when folks.
I did snap my neck.
People jump up on you.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Friar Danny. We're outside the Westgate. You watch the show?
Yes, BvB.
See? BvB
Bostonian
Brigade.
the book.
Everywhere, baby.
Love your stories. Love your stories. Keep them coming.
Thank you. See ya. I told Friar Dan. That's Friar Dan. Faithful watcher, listener of the show. I told him, get in the chat with the boys and the girls. Everybody comes in. You come in with a screen name. You get recognized, especially on Fridays for Roll Call Friday. Right now, just to show Friar Dan, we're all watching. Say hello to Friar Dan in the chat and put the city, just the words where you're at. And in about 75 minutes, we will commence the Roll Call Friday that we do every single week on this show, even Super Bowl week. Friar Dan, I'm just going to tell you right now, you scared the shit out of me. Will, that was from the chest. We're getting it out of the way right now because they're going to put us on Radio Row all of next week, Monday through Friday.
Yep.
We might have to really watch what we say and how we say
Oh,
it.
no, we can't swear because the suits are around, so we can't. It's going to be a little bit more of a buttoned-up show than normal. That's the only problem with it.
Which is perfect because we got that show on Thursday night.
Yeah, where we can let loose. That's true. Thursdays, no one, because I'll be drinking too. So Thursday would be
I don't
fun.
know if you should be drinking at the beginning. I'm good with you drinking while we commence, but you're the one that keeps the stuff on the rails. If you're already
I have Eric. I'm good. We got E. I don't got to do anything. My workload has been dropped by like 85% for Thursday night.
Oh my!
I can just kick my heels up and put a mic. I can just put the headset on and just go. I mean, it's going to be easy.
A little peek behind the scenes. P-Roll just opened up the curtain. Not that curtain, boys and girls. You know what curtain I'm talking about. The curtain to the BVB, not the one about the meat. P-Roll does everything behind the scenes. We don't have a producer with the graphics, with the stories, with the next this, the next that. You know, I'm on the phone all morning trying to book the guests, this and that. It's the two of us, but we're together with all of you. And we can't thank you enough. We're inching closer to the 2K subscribers. That is going to be another milestone that we make.
Oh, yeah. No, I think we'll get there before next week. I think next week's going to be a big week. We got a lot of things going on. A lot of people are going to be bopping around. We're already kind of sniffing out a little bit. I mean, look, it is fun because there are certain things about the show that are really, I don't know. They're not inflection points, but they're things that I often look at and I go, okay, where are we on, like, if you were drawing a chart as to like how the show is growing? One, you outside the Westgate randomly walking out and some dude starts yelling at you about the stories you tell and favorite thing about today.
At 10 o'clock at night, it was dark.
So that's a big step. The Live Golf Tour reaching out to us and saying, hey guys, do you want to come to the event?
I love golf.
Okay. You know, hey, we have a Live Golf Tour. It's right by the Westgate. It's across the street. Do you guys want to come? Because we'd love to have you as our guests. Would come on in. All right. Yeah, sure. I never
come on down, baby.
I never turn around free stuff and free sporting events. And, you know, I know people that know Dustin Johnson. So like if DJ's going to be there, sure, I'll go there, watch around the golf or something, take the kids and let's go walk the course. And so there's those types of moments that are happening, you know, Embassy Sports reaching out, giving us talent, like the things that are going on with the show. Like these are all everything's happening in the right order. You know, I know TP, are you with me? Thank you. I'm sorry, killing his handle. Sorry. But I keep getting in my head when he says like, why isn't this show bigger or why isn't this show growing? And my answer is it's growing at the exact rate it's supposed to be. Because so many things I rushed in my career. Yeah. I wanted it to be bigger. I wanted to be on a bigger station, bigger this. And I got to my dream job and I turned around and I left a path of destruction behind me to get there because I didn't do it the right way. I just ran my way through it and I wasn't ready. I wasn't happy with how I got there. I got there through hard work, but we are doing this the right way. I mean, I can't stress that enough that like, people are paying attention. People are noticing. We're getting different people who are popping into live chat and the live streams and watching it back. And they're kind of like, what exactly are you guys doing? Because it's different than what I see elsewhere. And we're like, exactly. That's what we want. We want to be seen as different.
That's like, and again, the answer is, well, what is the show? Watch the show.
Right.
Again, you guys know, you guys keep telling people we have Mikey Awesome. Tell his friend yesterday, just show up.
Really, April?
April's, I don't want to know, April. I live you.
Wow.
I'm very happy that you're here.
Didn't realize that. All right.
We got April. Been to DJ's house. Okay. Listen. I don't know.
Was Mrs. home?
I don't want to know.
Was Gretzky home? Was she kicking around?
This is a personal question. You don't ask that on the show, P-Roll. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just curious.
Nope. Zip it. But things are happening, like you said, in progression.
Yes.
People are coming to Vegas. Super Bowl. They've always come to Vegas. We got another step today. We'll have Chris on to talk about what it's like to come to Vegas and go to the South Point, get hot dogs and make bets.
You're making me hungry. Stop talking about hot dogs. Emerson's not here. We can't talk about hot dogs without Emerson being here.
Emerson is not here.
Which, by the way, if you guys, the next time he comes on the show, him and I were going back and forth last night on DMs. There's a new statue in Boston, in the Boston Commons, that like literally had me on the ground laughing because Emerson posted it. And then I said, he made a joke about what he's going to say on the show. And I go, well, I'm not saying that on the show. He goes, right, because I'm going to come on and say it on the show. Because it is what, I mean, I'll post it at some point. But next time Emerson Latzia is on the show from DraftKings, get ready because it's going to be like he's coming off the rails out of the gate.
Really?
Like, think about the most phallic of phallic things you could ever see that Boston has put up.
Got a problem with that. I mean, I love you, but Emerson I got to question a lot of things that he talks about.
But this time he's not wrong. Because when you see the picture of it, you're like, hold a second, what am I looking at right now? And I go, what can we put that on the show? He goes, we're putting that on the show. Next time I'm on the air, we're putting that on the show.
All right,
So
good.
Emerson will join us at some point next week, or not next week, maybe the week after. He'll come on because he's not going to be in Vegas. But
I've talked to Jack, our producer. We'll be on Sports Grid later today, 5:00 Pacific,
tonight,
8:00 Eastern today, for what we like to joke is BVB After Dark on Sports Grid. Matt and I. Matt wears the suit coat.
Oh, the Blues coming tonight.
The Blues coming.
Blues coming tonight. We're going UNC Duke tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have no Duke stuff. Maybe I'll go with the UNC. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we'll go all in on the UNC.
Chris is here, by the way, so we gotta get you in here in a second.
Okay. Well, I know he's very busy, and he keeps telling me that I got to get a job, like I ain't working, and I know he's working, and I don't know if he's in meetings with Stallworth or Vinny or Perils or because he's always busy working. So put Chris in the big box before we get to. I don't want to bother him. I know how busy this week is because I used to work in the book, but I don't anymore. Oh, Chris, hi. I didn't see you there, Chris. How are you?
I'm okay. They're firing at me though, Dave. Even as I speak, one got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guy just bet me 30 dimes on various props. So we hope to have our
welcome.
I think we have our full slate out the next. She's looking at me. 10 minutes. Something like that. She's saying no. Okay, we're getting there, but we're putting them out piecemeal, but they're still firing at us.
So, did you open them up this morning or last night? What did you do?
Oh no, we've been opening. We opened some on Monday.
Okay.
Ashley, who's doing most of the props, she took off Tuesday, so then we opened some more on Wednesday. We opened some more yesterday, and we're hoping to have the full slate done. Well, she's looking at me soon.
Soon. Chris Andrews from the South Point joining us here on BVB. Chris, I saw you posting some stuff on X, Twitter, whatever, and I'm curious, for people who haven't come to Vegas before or even for the Super Bowl before, and they wanted to, what are they going to experience coming to the South Point? I thought you framed it well about what the version of Vegas you're offering to customers.
Well, first of all, let's talk with the numbers. We're dealing 105 on the point spread. We don't juice numbers even during the regular nothing. But this is all minus 105. We're using a dime line on the money line. So right there, we got, you can always find numbers, but we got certainly among the best in town, no matter who you want to bet on. And then some of the parties and all that we have, and I see guys are charging this and that. We don't do that here. We have in the exhibit hall, we can see about 2,500. And up there will be betting kiosks and writers. So we'll have people up there to take your action. We'll have in-game and all that other stuff and halftime and all. But that'll open, I think, about 2 hours before the game. And, there's good food specials. You guys have been around. We do stuff, $1.50 hot dogs. We don't gouge the public. Michael Gaughan wants to see a lot of traffic. Anyway, besides the one room that has 2,500, we have two other rooms that'll have, one I think has about 1,000 people in it. Another one has about 500. So right there's 4,000 available seats, all for free. Great viewing. We have the showroom open, and it's not. I really think it's probably seriously the best TV in the city of Las Vegas. Real high def, and it's got we keep the showroom dark. We have food specials, drink specials, in all those places. So, we love having people come to the South Point, and like I said, Michael Gaughan loves a lot of traffic. That's what's made this place what it is. And Super Bowl is one of our huge events, and we stick to that mantra.
Chrissy, I've been telling people all week because I've been seeing a lot of those things too about like the strip, and it's not a price gouge, but they're charging because they're getting it from a lot of people.
You get it, yeah.
In a place like South Point, you can experience the Super Bowl with the feel of a local joint. You want people to come this time so they come back every time. And I say that all the time about Michael starts at the top, you guys at the counter, the writers are the best. I mean, you really concentrate on customer service in big events like this. And let me ask you, I mean, I don't even know if you can remember, How many times have you done this Super Bowl thing, Christopher?
Oh my God.
This is the first time the game's ever been here. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But the business, you've been doing the Super Bowl
79.
That's what I'm saying. Long
79.
time. Yeah.
Hey, Dave, how obnoxious was I when I got to town in 79? Steelers win the Super Bowl, Pirates win the World Series. You think I was easy to live with all these guys in town?
Sounds like me.
Was the best year of my life. I was 9 years old, and I lived next door to Jack Ham. I thought I was the king of the world. We won a World Series and then won the Super Bowl. And he had a party at his house. It was the greatest day ever. Let's focus on this game real quick. How's the action been? I see Jimmy takes the time on the Twitter to tweet or whatever Jimmy says. You keep posting these pictures. You got bad guys showing up, laying it with the Niners, huh?
Interesting game, Dave. We did the look ahead line. I opened the Niners 3 over Kansas City, before the games last week. Sharp guy laid me the 3. Another sharp guy come in, took the 3.5. Went back to 3. That same guy laid the 3 again. So I wound up closing at 3.5, before Sunday's games.
Right.
After watching the games and everything, I really felt that was way too high of a number. So I opened a number 2. There were some 2.5s around. I opened a 2. I just thought it should be closer to pick. Anyway, they took the 2. They took the 1.5. And I went to 1. Then they laid it back. They laid me the 1. They laid me the 1.5. I'm back to 2. Now at 2, I'm writing pretty good two-way business. Money line, again, I've been all over the place on the money line, but right now I'm almost dead even on the money line. I'm using -1/4 plus 15. So great action both ways. So, if they kicked off today, but I always kid Michael, I said, they're not kicking off today. You understand that, right? I got another week. If they kicked off today, I would need Kansas City pretty good, but I think it's going to even out by the time they kick off.
What do you think of the game being here impacting the handle? We've talked a little bit about it. Dave said, look, people have been coming to Vegas for 30 years to bet the Super Bowl. But does the game being here mean the handle is going to be higher?
I think so. I think it'll be marginally higher, though. I've been saying from the beginning, the Super Bowl's always been here. Whether it was being played here or in Texas or in California or Miami or whatever. There was always 2 Super Bowls where the game was being played, and then here in Las Vegas. So I have read where some of the private planes coming in from San Francisco, where we know there's a lot of money up in that Bay Area. They've already reserved every private dock or whatever, hangar, I guess, to land their plane. So there should be a lot of money coming from there. So I think it will have a positive impact on us. I think it's going to be a little marginal. I think if you compare it to last year, it'll be quite a bit different. Because last year, if you remember, the game was in Arizona, and Arizona just legalized sports betting. So they took a lot of our handle last year. So I think it'll clearly be better than last year. But I'm not sure it's going to be huge in a way. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope a lot of guys come and, they want to bet us a couple 100,000 and props all over the place. I might be wrong. I don't think I am, but I think it'll be up a little bit over a long-term average, but certainly up significantly over last year.
Chris, I've been telling people for years, but especially this week, about the future business and how you've been taking bets on this Super Bowl winner for almost a year. You put them up now, and then you take the bets all along. How's the positions for you going into the game? Good and better, or good and decent, or how you sit leading up into the game?
I hope Michael Gaughan's not watching, because I want to surprise him with it. We're in great shape with both teams.
Perfect. That's
great
great.
shape.
Good.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to sweat future-wise. Dave, yourself, it isn't always like that.
No. But it's good work by you. Now, speaking of work, you're going to be at the book all week. What are you doing next week? Both personally, you're going over to Media Row because we're going to be there all week. Are you got anything planned for the studio? Tell people a little bit about the studio and all the South Point stuff you got going on over there.
Well, we got 4 people from the studio going over to Radio Row. So, I'm sure you'll see them. I'll make sure they come and look you guys up. I'm going to be here in the office. I think Jimmy's going to try to get over there. But some of the other hosts we have here at the studio, Jeff Parles, Alex White, Frank Nicotero, Sean. They're going to be over there. We have a table. So, they'll be over there. I think Jimmy's going to try to go. I'm staying here. Like I said, they are firing at me even as I speak here. They're coming at me. So I got to pay attention. I am going to take Sunday off, Dave. You'll be proud of me. I'm going to church actually on Sunday. I haven't been there in months. And I'm going to pray just that I get out of this week with my sanity. I'm not asking for God's help for anything else. Just let me be sane when it comes to next Sunday night.
I thought you were going to ask for no safety or anything like that.
Well, that might be a little presumptuous on my part, but you never know.
We'll get you out of here on this. Is there a certain prop market, prop bet, something you guys want to highlight? Anything from the specialized market that you guys are doing, try to attract people to come on down?
No, we've kind of got our formula the last couple of years. We've got about 300 props. I just as what I would tell bettors out there, and I know you got a lot of serious guys looking at this stuff. I would tell guys, the wise guys on the individual touchdowns, they bet no. But the public comes back and bets yes. So try to time it properly for yourself. Try to read the markets. I know you guys are at the Circa a lot, and Westgate has some great props, and so does the stations and all that. So don't be afraid to shop around. There's a lot of props. A lot of guys have the same prop, but with different prices. So try to do a service to Listen, I always say the book. We're going to be fine in the end. Don't worry about us.
But
the public out there, try to enhance your positions. Try to have a good time, and shop around for the best prices.
Win or lose. Are you working Monday, the day after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, just because every once in a while there's some fires to put out. That Dave, that's one of the worst days of the year because everybody.
One of the worst days of the year, without a doubt. Yeah. And I'm just asking because one, I want you to breathe and I want you to enjoy it. As you older you get, it's such a stressful time, and you've got it mastered. But I want to leave a 10-minute, maybe 15-minute window to book you now, if we can, to talk about the results and all the other things, and let you do that.
It'd be my pleasure. I'd love to.
Awesome.
Love to.
Awesome.
Right.
Chris,
we'll be by to see you.
We'll come by and see you for sure. Thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
Dave, hot dogs are on me.
Oh,
thank you. Listen, we got to sit down with Stalwart too. I want more than hot dogs. But let's get it done.
We can arrange something. And we can arrange something. You know where to find me.
You're the best, Chris. We'll talk to you soon.
That
is
man.
Chris.
See you later,
Chris
buddy.
Andrews from the Southwood YouTube.
Right.
It's always a pleasure to get him on BvB to talk about what's going on behind the counter. Hold on, let me get everything squared away here.
300 props put up. They're betting them right now.
On the air. You tell he's getting distracted. He's looking at the board going like, yeah.
I heard the BB. That's the alert that the limit plays in. Yeah. And I'm like, I know he's watching, and I know she's over there going, hey, sitting her talking on a show right now.
The guy just bet 30K.
These guys are betting. Like, what are you doing?
They're hammering us at the moment. So here's a question for you, though, because as I asked Chris, and I want to kind of ask you this. Has anything changed recently from the adage of if you're going to bet the unders, bet them early on props, and overs, bet them late on props?
Well, I went to the Westgate last night. I didn't only see Friar Dan in the parking lot. I saw a bunch of guys that had been betting down there. And that used to be the parade. I mean, that used to be the who's who of everybody, professional bettors, money movers, all this stuff. And it's slowed down because a lot of people already put up the stuff. Where the wise guys are on the Travis Kelce proposal. We don't have that in Vegas. They can't ask Chrissy that because he ain't putting it up. But they all bet under early. But I did, like I talked to Crack yesterday, he had some overs, and he said, I hate these.
Wow.
I hate overs. He goes, Dave, you know I hate overs. And I said, of course, we all do. All the guys in the business would rather have the unders.
Right.
And he said, but these ones, the numbers, they opened them too low. So what I think, to answer your question and circle it all back, there may have been some adjustments on the book guys' parts that have done this a long time and move the number down, not just the juice.
So make them bet the over.
make the first bets kind of go over,
which
may change your adage of, yes, that's usually been the case, is to bet the unders early, bet the overs later. But they're coming, and you might see some. You got to get the original sheets if you can,
right?
Not just to have. So if you bet them at the window, you have the right numbers and all that stuff. You got to see what the opening number was, because it might be minus 130 on the sheet, and when you go to bet it, it's minus 180. You go, okay, that changes everything.
I don't mean to change the tenor of the show, but is this true? Did Carl Weathers pass away?
Oh, no. Really?
Wow.
Jeez, he just did that commercial with Gronk.
Apollo Creed? Yeah, he just did that.
Did that.
Wow.
Or they just started airing it.
Well, no. Yeah. Wow.
One of the all-time best movie characters. Sports movie characters.
Really, absolutely. Yeah.
Apollo Creed and all the other stuff that he
Twitter
did. I mean, it was just amazing. Yeah.
Was it sudden? Yeah. Carl Weathers passed away at the age of 76.
Oh, that stinks. That stinks.
He had a good run at the end. He was heard 45 minutes ago. Man, age of 76. Gosh. Because he was part of the. He was such a huge role in the Star Wars. He played. He was involved in.
Well, no, it wasn't. What was he in Star Wars? That was
Mandalorian. He was part of the
Mandalorian. Oh, the later one. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He was part of the Mandalorian show.
That was Billy D. Williams in the originals.
Yep, and he did. I mean,
was he Lando Calrissian?
No, but he played Lando. Was he Lando Calrissian? No, he wasn't.
Billy D. was.
Yeah, it's Billy D. Williams. But he was
look,
the Mandalorian.
They're doing a Vegas forecast on SportsCenter right now. That's pretty interesting. It's so funny to see a lot of people talking about stuff that goes on here.
All they're doing is showing it so their fellow people to go, see, it sucks in Vegas. Don't go. Don't feel bad that you're not going. That's all that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's just everybody who's sitting there in Bristol, Connecticut, in the armpit of America, freezing their asses off, going, you get to go to Vegas, and I get to go to Vegas. And then so they're putting it up saying, oh, you're going to Vegas, but it's going to suck there because everyone's going to be inside and can't do anything fun. That's all that is. He was Chubbs and Happy Gilmore. Yeah, that's true.
That's right. Yeah, that was another one. That's
he was
right.
Chubbs and Happy Gilmore.
What's your favorite?
Alligator had nothing on Chubbs. That's great. 76, man. That stinks. And you're right. He just did that. We just did that commercial with FanDuel.
And he looked great.
He did. Ride the bike. He was just doing it. The Rocky role. I mean, his Rocky role was, I mean, you're never going to top that. I mean,
yeah.
What an incredible everything. I mean, the Creed, the fact that it circled back around, and they did the 3 other Creed movies. They're doing the 4th Creed movie now. So that's coming out at some point in the near future.
Yep.
It's going to be a female boxer, by the way. You're flipping that on its head. I'm going to do women's boxing. First time doing a movie on that. So,
Predator. He was in Predator. Yeah.
Wow.
Big role in Predator. Action Jackson. There we go.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
So yeah, we appreciate you guys letting us know on that, because that's eyes and ears for a lot of times for us with that stuff. Okay. Let's get to what happened last night. I want to start with hockey, because the All Star Game, we've not talked a lot of hockey, and the All Star Game is in Toronto. The NHL draft for the All Star team was last night. Do you feel like the NHL is really missing the boat on a lot of this stuff? Because it was crickets. Like, there was no. Is it because it's in Toronto? No one's talking about it? Because it's like zero. Like, there is no buzz. There is no conversation. There is no intrigue. There is nothing on this right now.
It's Super Bowl week.
They intentionally planned this. Nobody forces their hand. They could have done this differently. They chose to go into the weekend in between the championship weekend and the Super Bowl, hoping they'd get attention. So they put it here for a reason.
The NBA All Star Game is the week after the Super Bowl. NHL's the week before. What would you rather be? I don't know. Well, so do you do it the same weekend? No,
I don't know, but I would try to do something of a, like, this is the most inside school niche audience event that I've seen in a long time.
Well,
like, hockey nuts are all about it. Like, look at this. I was doing this last night. I was like, I was fooling around. This is on DraftKings. I was like, okay, like when you go to DraftKings and you pull it up, like who's on what team? Like these are the two games that will happen tomorrow for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, 11.5 is the total. The money line is basically, Team Matthews is slightly favored over Team Hughes. You can go pull up the numbers, but I don't know. I was actually kind of angered yesterday going like, I love hockey. I love betting hockey. And I think this is a massive whiff by the NHL.
I love hockey. I played hockey since I was 4 years old. I love watching it. I've been to All-Star games. I used to watch the skills competition religiously, and
right.
I saw it on the rundown today, and I was like, oh, it's this weekend. You don't take any bets on it. You put it up. You don't take any bets on it. Literally. I mean, you might not take any bets on it. The Pro Bowl's Sunday, whatever that is. Yeah. I watched a little bit of that skills thing yesterday.
Less interest in that.
They were playing dodgeball. The Pro Bowlers were playing dodgeball yesterday.
Yeah, I agree, SoCal. They're making this a Canada thing. I would agree.
Well, that's fine. They might be doing that. I hope they're enjoying it.
Is that smart? Is that smart to do that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we had the All-Star game here,
right,
in Vegas, and they shot pucks on the,
yep.
At the Bellagio Lake and fountains, and yep. I think it fell on deaf ears then.
Is this being sarcastic by your brother, or is it being serious?
Super smart by the NHL. How is that super smart, brother Dan?
I think he's being sarcastic.
Well, if you focus on just the core audience, sometimes that works for certain events. I mean, hockey's had a problem trying to force itself down the throats of people for multiple decades. And now they're just going, you know what? You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Here's the All-Star game. Come up. I don't know. What's the answer?
Market it. Market it. That's the answer. The answer is actually do something unique, get attention, do something special, do something that people, I mean, it's so convoluted and confusing.
How about just play the All-Star game?
Or kill it. Just kill the All-Star game. Kill all All-Star games.
I love the baseball All-Star game. Don't kill it.
Fine. I like the baseball because baseball, you can do an All-Star game in baseball. It makes sense. But team sports are really difficult. It's really, I mean, the Pro Bowl and the NFL, they've killed it. Now they're doing skills competitions. The basketball too, I guess you can do a pickup basketball and just play with 5 guys. Baseball and basketball are the two. Hockey and football do not work.
Well, the basketball skills competition eclipsed the game itself a long time ago.
Well, now they're doing a he versus she with the I can't pronounce her last name, shooting against Steph Curry. That's gonna be the draw now for the 3-point contest. But see, we're weeks out and we're already getting the NBA All-Star Game events. We're finding them out now, weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, when you don't know who's on what team, that's a problem. Right away.
The drafting thing is so strange to me because, I know what the thought behind it was, but it didn't work for the NBA. It doesn't make me go, ooh. All it does is turn into who gets drafted last.
Right.
It becomes like a kid in high school or kid in elementary school meanie contest who got picked last. You're an all-star, you're a millionaire and you're an all-star. I'm not gonna feel bad for you for getting picked last, but it is one of those moments of ouch, you got picked last. But I don't know. It's really weird because then the Kings turned around this morning and fired their head coach. In the middle of the All-Star break, when no one's paying attention, LA Kings are yeah, we're gonna fire our coach today in the All-Star break. So all you guys who come back, you're gonna have a different head coach when you come back.
It's
the Kings were one of the favorites to win the whole thing at one point this year.
Well, they started out so good.
Right.
Raised expectations probably in the building and upstairs. Had a really precipitous fall off a cliff, hit the skids bad. Then you got Doherty in the locker room questioning the locker room. When you got the guy inside, the captain, talking about to the press and putting it out there, there's guys on his team that are worried about the points and not worried about the points for the team. They're worried about their goals and assists. It's crazy. I had the same exact conversation my senior year of high school. We had a dad used to come in at practice every week and give everybody a stat sheet.
Whoa.
all of the teammates. You know, he was like the team manager. And everybody started looking at the stat sheets and then giving each other crap about you don't have any assists, you this and that. And I'm sitting in the locker room getting my skates tied. And I'm listening to all this nonsense, and the practice was terrible. Did it again the next week. And I went to the coach. He's like, what's going on with the team? I said, tell him not to bring those numbers in here anymore. He said, what do you mean? I said, because everybody's talking about that instead of the team. We were 2-6 at the time.
Ooh.
And he's like, well, I don't know if I can tell him. I said, if you don't tell him, I will. You know, and I was the captain of the team, but I just knew it was bad.
Yeah.
So that was it. We went on a 12-game winning streak. I said something to the boys. We had to change who used. We had some metalheads. You know, I'm not a metalhead. I wanted to play rap. We had to fight for the music, so we took turns. 1 week it was the metalheads. 1 week it was the R&B and rap. Everybody got on the same page. Nobody in that Kings team is on the same page right now. So what happens?
No.
Coach got to go. Coach got to go.
Bad omens, by the way, for you metalheads like me. Go that I am obsessed with that band from Virginia. Oh, I've listened. I got Madeline into it. It's phenomenal. I got my kid to listen to metal. It's great. Tremendous. Oh, she likes it.
I don't know what's worse. Mine can rap all the Eminem songs. I mean, she's and like strong. Like the 10-year-old walks around like, you know,
right.
I'm like,
313.
What did you say? Yeah. What?
What? Huh?
I mean, you know, she's been listening to it her whole life.
By the way, we're talking about hockey. Hockey just announced that, quote, we can formally announce that the NHL players will participate in both the 2026 and 2030 Olympic hockey tournaments.
Did you see this 2025 thing, though, they're going to do the international tournament they're going to set up?
Which is smart.
I think it's cool.
I think it's smart. The NBA showed it. I mean, I think we need creativity, right? We need to find different ways to sell the sport, to be creative with the sport. So yeah, I'm down with all that stuff. Be creative, be cool. I mean, I love the in-season tournament for the NBA. I thought it was great.
You must do it though, and not turn off your core.
Fair. Yeah, it can't be hokey. I agree.
It can't, right? Because as soon as you do that, you lose the core, as well as you don't get the peripheral, and now you're left having a silly whatever you're doing.
Right.
Do we need more than just the game now?
Yes.
Why is that on us as people, or is that just what is required of the sports now? Like, when did it become not enough to have the best players all get together, wear a fancy, cool uniform that you only see there, and play a game? That used to be enough.
I think it's the kid. I love teaching at UNLV because I learned so much from watching and talking to the kids.
You learn everything from the kids.
Yeah,
the best.
They are looking for more always. They're looking for something else. It can't just be like, here's the game. It's got to be something else. It's got to be, here's the game and this. Here's the game and that. Like, there's got to be something else because they've seen it all before.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, but they're bored by it. They're like, yeah, I've seen that.
We talked about being bored.
Correct.
That's what I was going to say.
Correct.
We don't know how to be bored.
Nope.
So we always want more.
More. Yep. Agreed.
And now you're 46 and you're a professor.
Yep.
How do you tell a kid, you know what? This is what you get.
Oh, I think for me, what's so interesting is, like, I had my first, like, I tell the kids before class, I always have it, like, the first time we really get into work, and I go, put your big boy pants on. Okay.
Oh,
I go check your egos at the door and check your feelings at the door. Cause we're going to talk and I'm going to tell you these things and you may not like it. And I said to this, I have one woman who's older than I am in the class, and she went first, and I ripped her apart, and she went white. Like, she didn't know what to say.
White is your shirt right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, she was, and then she turned red because she went from being like shocked to being mad. And I was like, okay. And I knew exactly she was burning high, like her eyes were burning a hole in my head because she wanted to kill me because I just came out and like in front of all these kids. She just happened to go first. And then the second kid did the same thing. It made her feel better when I did to that kid. But like so often, I think kids are just, they think it's all being done for them all the time. We've created a generation of kids that we coddle to make them feel comfortable all the time. So all of our sporting events are designed to make the audience feel comfortable. Like no one's willing just to go like, this is what we're doing. And some of you are going to love it. Some of you are going to hate it. But we as an organization, we think this is the best thing for us to do. So we're going to do it.
Sounds like the show.
Yeah. Yes. In a lot of ways. Yes.
Two Jagoffs. What are you doing? The show. Well, what else are you doing? Nothing. We're doing the show. We're doing it our way. We're wearing what we want. We're wearing the hats and we're talking to the guests we want. Well, but we want, well, that's fine. That's your thing. This is our thing. It's you're saying a lot of the same things.
It is. You're right. It's very interesting to see how, and I try it with my own daughter, and I see people with their own kids. It's like these kids get so much done for them all the time that they come to expect it. And like my kid, like I'm going through this with Madeline right now. It's like she just destroys the house and then sits back, and I go, "This is a disaster." And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Who do you think's gonna pick this up?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, you will." And I go, "Well, really? I will." She's like, "Yeah, eventually you'll get annoyed and you'll just pick it up." I'm like, the fact that you're vocalizing this and you know this is a problem. Like this is a real problem. Right. So that's my bigger issue with all of this is that like sporting events we're trying as leagues to placate everybody. And we kind of can't do that. We just have to do these things to make it work. So I don't know. I am yes, generation of unaccountability. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of things going on with that and a lot of issues with that for sure. So just watch the NHL All Star Game and tell me what you think about that. We mentioned you're wearing the Lakers stuff.
Yep.
LeBron's agent, Rich Paul, adamant. LeBron is not getting traded. Not happening.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where did this come from? Where did this come from?
Well, there was reports yesterday that he was being traded.
Because he has no trade clause.
We had to tell everybody he was not trading me.
If you're LeBron, do you want to get traded?
Do you want to get traded?
Like if you go to the Knicks right now and take the Knicks to a championship. Given where the Knicks are. They've won 10 games in a row. Or 9 games in a row.
I can't speak for LeBron. He's the king. I don't know. The crown is his. He's got the DraftKings deal. Maybe he's going to Boston.
No.
Going to the Celtics. Yeah.
No.
Take him.
No.
Put him on the Celtics. What do you mean?
I do not want LeBron to.
What are you talking about? They sent Jaylen Brown west.
No way.
Oh, what do you mean? That's what they're talking about back east already last night.
Please, no. That can't happen. That can't happen. Well, you have a couple more games like that. You may get people to buy in, though. 15-point favorites. Right? Lose the game outright.
Yeah.
To a Lakerless AD and
frozen face. That's like a professional photo shoot shot. Look at that. You froze perfectly. That was amazing. Pause. Yeah. That was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put it in the chat right now, boys and girls. I was going to ask you your favorite, not for the poll. Just put your favorite All-Star game, because we were talking about All-Star games before.
Oh, like which one you like the best?
I think it's baseball. I would rank them baseball first.
Okay.
Basketball second, hockey third, and NFL is not even on the chart.
Disastrous. Yeah.
Yeah, but put that for the people that are just getting here. The 12 o'clock rush is in. It must be lunchtime here out west, 3 o'clock Eastern. People just jumped in here. The number went into the triple digits watching live. Again, we thank you. Live Roll Call Friday is going to start in about 35 minutes or so. So be ready for that. But for the poll, P-Roll, is LeBron getting traded? Yes or no? See what the people think. Because I think
that's a no.
Knicks.
That's a no.
Celtics. Sixers. K-Dub told me yesterday on Sports Grid. Sixers. He said the money works if they send Tobias Harris out and something else out west, and they get him.
If you're the Lakers, you would only trade it'd have to be Maxey, right?
No,
who
wouldn't trade Maxey.
Who would you?
Maxey,
the Lakers though.
LeBron,
who would you want?
And Embiid together, and we're coming for your Celtics.
That's fair, but what would you do? Why would you, if you're the Lakers, why would you do that? Like, why would you give up LeBron James for anybody but Maxey?
Oh, I don't know.
It would have to be Maxey, and like the Celtics, it would. If for the Lakers, it would have to be Jaylen Brown. Sixers are never trading Maxey, and Boston's never trading Jaylen Brown for LeBron James. Never doing a deal with the Lakers. That's never happening. Like Boston, I would love to find out when's the last time the Celtics did a blockbuster trade with the Lakers. Had to be before I was born. Before I was born, it's got to be like before the new era of the media kicked in. Before Larry became Larry.
The Bulls? He ain't going to the Bulls.
Why would he want to go to Chicago and play for that crap team, though? That's the thing. Like, if you're LeBron James, you have a no trade clause. You can dictate where you want to go.
Yeah, that was our friend John Merges. He's stuck in Florida, but he still dreams about the Bulls. He just came and sent me a text, said, "What about the Bulls?"
I get
not going to the Bulls.
Because at one point, LeBron James would have dreamt to wear 23 in Chicago, right? Or wear 3 in Chicago. Round out the career, right? You're the heir apparent to Michael Jordan. Go play for his team. I get that.
Oh, stop.
What? I'm serious. It makes sense for him to end his career in Chicago, but
you know what makes the most sense?
What?
Cleveland, where JC from KC lives.
To go home? Yeah, I can see that.
Go home. Close out the show in Cleveland.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Take them back to the finals one more time.
Okay.
You made that face. What do you mean? Cleveland can't win the East?
Not with LeBron, no. Cleveland can't win the East now. No, they can't win the. No, can't win.
They're coming on.
They're playing well. They're young. They're talented, but sports Avenger. Imagine if he went to the Clippers. That's
Clippers.
I mean, that's not nuts.
Holy crap. Imagine if he went to the Clippers.
But how do you pull that off? How do you justify
Good usage of the word crap by Sports Avenger to be able to get to be brought up to the screen like that. That was nice work. Clippers the Clippers are right there. I mean, just he wouldn't even have to move. Just switch the locker room.
The fact
they don't want to break up what they got. They got a legitimate shot of beating Denver.
They do. It's interesting. I don't believe he does get traded. If I'm answering, I don't believe he does get traded because, again, it's sort of.
How's the poll looking? Is LeBron getting traded? Wow, 83% say no.
Yeah, it's big on the no. And it makes sense on the no because if you're LeBron or the Lakers, if you're LeBron, you have to go somewhere and win. You have no choice. You must go and win. If you're going to say yes to a trade, it can't be for a step backwards. And then secondly, for the Lakers, you traded
winning in LA.
You traded the best player since Michael Jordan. Like you have to get it's the Angels and Ohtani thing.
Oh,
it's like,
boy.
If you're going to trade him, you got to get so much back that you don't want to be the guy that traded the Angels. Angels did not want to be the team that traded Ohtani. They made him walk. So when he goes to the Dodgers, it's not our fault. He walked to the Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
We didn't trade him. He left us, right? It's easier to explain to your fans that he didn't want to be here versus the Red Sox trading Mookie Betts. And you're like, you traded who? Like, wait, what? Why would you? Mookie Betts. You traded Mookie Betts. Like, what are you doing?
Did you move on to the baseball portion of the show?
No, I'm just saying that is the equivalent of it because you don't want that question being asked by the media, by your fans. It's easier if the guy just walks off the court, off the field and leaves on his own.
You got to be excited about New York, though. Like if he was even mentioned about New York, what went on yesterday with Brunson and, he is him and all New York Knicks basketball, go New York, go all that other nonsense. The Knicks
too early,
they're all the way back.
Too early.
I mean,
peaking too early.
9 straight. They keep making the lines lower. It looked like they were going to lose to the Pacers, and then they don't lose.
15 of 17.
I got Yanitsi burying my text. He is him. The Knicks are back. They're beating this. They're winning the East. It's January. No, it's February. Calm down.
Has he bet it yet?
He won't do it. He's a jinx. He won't. He's
See,
I
then
can't
you won't bet it yet. Then put your money where your mouth is, boy.
Listen,
Come on now. Walk up and bet that.
He's been riding the streak.
Good.
And he's been betting the Brunson points over.
Okay.
He's living it up pretty good.
Good.
With that, which is good. I don't know, man.
I mean, 15 of 17 is legit. I mean, that's 15 and 2. It's a really good run. It's a really good run. I mean, they're really hot, but they're going to hit the All-Star break, cool off, and then come back and be ice. That's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
Why?
That's why I asked. You peaked too early.
You just can't let people.
You peak too early. It happens all the time. You know how many kids I saw in elementary school and like freshman high school, and then everyone passed by and they're like, "Oh no, what do I do?" You peak too early. Can't peak too early. It's happening with girls all the time too. They got, they're gorgeous, hot, and you see them 20 years after high school. Like you peak too early.
Oh, I thought you meant peak too early, like with the title shot. Like
no, that's what I mean. I mean, just looks wise. It's like you're like, damn, you were. Wow.
Oh, looks wise. I thought you meant like in the course of the ring, like you peaked too early. Like it.
Oh no, I was thinking that, but that does happen a lot to guys. That is true.
In high school,
there is that moment. Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know what you're doing. Can't even tie your own gloves. Get in the ring. Start using the hands, and then boom, you're on.
What?
It's a knockout. We didn't even hit the opening bell yet. No.
To Mike Tyson, 15 seconds.
You're out.
Yeah.
What did you do? Nothing.
Nothing.
I didn't even touch.
She didn't do anything.
It was a what's that punch called? A shadow or a knockout that when you can't see it, a shadow punch or a flash knockout. It's a flash knockout when you get your first, title shot. Whoa! How'd that happen?
Ding! Oh, it's over.
Got to start jumping rope. Got to start training like
training. That's great.
Woo!
Moving on. Maxey went for 51 last night for Philly. Yep. They beat Utah 127-124. Game flies over.
Damn, son.
Maxey looked good last night, though. 51-51.
Sixers needed something.
Here's a question. ESPN.com put this on the front page, and I was kind of like, so NBA scoring is way up, right? So in the course of the last 3 weeks, we've seen a 74-point performance or 73-point performance, a 70-point performance, a 60-point performance, 51 last night. It's becoming very, common to us now that we're seeing these extremely high scoring games and extremely high scoring nights by individuals. And the headline was, NBA scoring is up. What can be done to fix it? And I was like, what? Whoa, fix what? Like, what are we trying to fix? We don't need to fix this. This is not bad. This is good. This is not bad for business. The NBA should not
always have to fix stuff.
I agree.
Why can't stuff just be like you go back to the 90s when the games were 83-79 and they were fist fights and body fouls.
Those Pistons teams, the games would finish
like
88, 84.
Knocked out, down, and it was you'd be lucky to get 100. The totals were 168.5, 174.5. Now they're 240.5 is too much scoring. I don't understand. Like, what do you do?
This is why. What Whitrock is saying. This is the fear.
Good to see you, Whitrock. Good one. I feel like a 50-point game isn't even really that special anymore.
And that is what the NBA is worried about right there. That exact that sentence is why people are going, wait a minute. We have to make sure that these numbers aren't going to be totally flipped on their head like the steroid era in baseball when guys were hitting 60 home runs like with their eyes closed.
We were doing fantasy leagues every year back then. When Brady Anderson hit 50 home runs, we all were kids, and we said something ain't right.
100%.
There ain't no way.
Yeah, you went 20, 20, 24, 50.
50.
And we went, that guy's a skinny little second baseman. How is he hitting 50 home runs?
Right. Wally
Center
Joyner
fielder,
was another one. Played first base for the Angels for a long time. Great average. Would hit less than 20 home runs consistently, but you knew what you were getting fantasy-wise. He would knock in a lot of RBIs, but that's all. He had 38 home runs in a year, and it started to be – the home run started to not be special. Are the basketballs juiced? Hello, Coos. No, the basketballs aren't juiced. But I like defense, too. The
I
fans
like
tell
defense,
you they want
but
offense. You just said the kids want more.
yeah,
They want more. They
the
want
game
more. They
needs
get
to
more.
be the game. Defensive basketball is really fun to watch, but even the New York Knicks, I mean, Brunson going for 40. I think if you ask most Knick fans, like, do you want to win a game like 90 to 88, or do I win a game 127, 124? And most are going to say 127, 124. They're going to say it's more fun to watch a game that's high scoring, that's up tempo, that's enjoyable and pleasing to the eye versus a slugfest. Like, it's basketball is just not meant to be played like that. Like, Princeton basketball is beautiful to watch, but it's boring. Like, it's just boring. Sounds exciting.
Guy 97 just came in the chat. Good to see you, sir. Stop calling every single thing as a foul. Let the guys play defense. Can't play hard-nosed defense if they say it's a foul.
Fair.
That is fair. I mean, we talked about Purdue the other night at 46 fouls, 46 free throws. I mean, too many free throws.
You can't do that. You cannot get rid of goaltending. Could you imagine what Wembanyama could do if you allowed goaltending?
No,
it would be unbelievable.
No,
he's 7'4". You just stand there with his arms up, and just knock everything away. You would never be able to have it.
No, that would be like playing team handball or something, right? Like, I don't want that. I don't want a goalie. We got sports with a goalie. You become a goalie if you're sitting there swatting the ball away.
Yeah,
I don't
that
need
would be.
that. We don't
No,
need
you can't do that.
No.
All right, you mentioned the one baseball portion of this.
I broke out my Red Sox.
I'm wearing it.
I got it.
The Patriot Sun's home.
Do you like that hat, by the way? That's the one we picked up for you.
Of course. You give me both of them. You give me two. I love that. I love that on the side too. I got two. Okay. I got two of them you and Jess for Christmas.
Yeah.
The guy's back.
Here we go.
The guy's back.
Lean back, boys and girls. Here's the Boston portion of the show. The Red Sox glory.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if nothing happens. It doesn't matter what happens. Theo Epstein going back, being a minority owner for the Red Sox and a special consultant to the front office is perfect.
How much money did this guy make? They let him in the ownership group. He started as an intern in the front office.
Yeah.
Now he's an owner. He's got a small ownership of the team.
I want
the path I want to take.
I want the Theo Epstein movie. I want the movie. Make the movie.
Really?
Yes, make the movie. This guy is an absolute legend.
Look at you, how excited you are.
Legend. Theo is a legend. He is such. I mean, him coming home.
Can he pitch?
Doesn't matter. It's what had to happen to calm the fan base down, because we all want John Henry's head on a pike. Like, we are so done with John Henry. He goes and does a deal Fenway Sports Group is a heavy partner, whatever, however you want to describe it, of the new PGA Tour, the Live PGA Tour combination going forward. Fenway Sports Group has a massive say in what's going to happen with it all. Okay. They're heavily invested. Red Sox fans, including myself, went, this is great. You're spending all your time worrying about golf while you're doing nothing for the team. Spending no money, watching everybody else build their team up. And we're sitting here as Red Sox fans going, we're like one of the top 5 franchises in the entire sport, right? Like, that, sure, 2018 wasn't that long ago, but it's starting to get a little bit long ago.
Yeah.
And
no good.
What's going to happen when you go for a 3rd consecutive losing year? Because you're going to suck this year. We all know you're going to suck this year. So where's the future? Because you can only bank on so many of these kids that you got coming up to say they're going to be great. Look, This is the Red Sox. All right. I understand that other franchises, you can talk about the kid at AA for 5 years and wait for him to show up, but not in Boston. Okay.
Not in Boston.
That kid is trade fodder to go get a real player to win now in most people's minds. Prospects aren't waited for. You trade them to go get guys who can play right now.
Trade fodder? Did you call them? Okay.
Put it in the cannon to fire. Theo coming back, at least, even if Theo does nothing, Theo being back involved with baseball with the Red Sox is exactly how this story was supposed to end. Broke the curse in 2004, broke the Cubs curse, come back home, be a minority owner and have a say, and he'll be the front-facing guy. I guarantee you this, John Henry will not be heard from, and Theo Epstein will be the guy speaking for the Red Sox publicly.
Oh, my.
Because it needs to happen. I don't know if there's anybody more hated in Boston right now than John Henry. He very well might be the most hated guy in Boston because their answer is, we gave you 4. Sit down and shut up.
Oh.
And I get that idea. Okay. I understand that point that yes, they did what they did. And
right.
Yes, they've done some really impressive things.
Yeah.
But people in Boston don't live like that. People in Boston don't worry about, last year. They want to know, what about this year? And what's going to happen? Where is the next one coming from?
Sound like the kids in your class. Where's the next one? Where's the next one? I mean, enjoy the process a little bit. We had to go up, then we went down, and now you guys are spoiled, and you want more.
I don't think people want more.
What are your expectations now for this season?
Competitive teams. That's all people are asking for.
Really?
Competitive teams. Red Sox haven't been competitive.
It's nighttime in Pittsburgh behind me, and the World Series for the Pirates was the only time in 1979.
And guess who owns your team?
Who owns the team? His name's Bob Nutting.
Well, I guess sorry. Sorry, excuse me. That's the Penguins. Sorry, confusing my Penguins.
No, they own the Fenway Group owns the Penguins.
Sorry, confusing who they own in Pittsburgh. Not the Pirates. They own the Penguins. But it's the same problem, though. It's the same issue.
Well, look what the Penguins are doing.
What is the expectation? The expectation is to field competitive teams. The expectation is to keep your best players in Boston.
Okay.
Mookie Betts, Xander Bogaerts. I mean, everyone's in love with the trade. Getting rid of Chris Sale was beautiful. That was perfect. Had to happen. So Chris is gone. So that was the best move. The best move they've made in the offseason is getting rid of a player. That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. So they're going to wait for these kids to play, and it's, but in Pittsburgh, you guys are used to that. Boston does not have that same type of, in Pittsburgh.
Bad for 100 years.
Who?
The Red Sox.
They weren't bad at all. What do you mean?
They were competitive.
They were pockets. Dave, they were competitive.
Lost.
They went to the World Series in '86. They went to multiple in the '80s. Went to multiple American League Championship Series. They were competitive. They had competitive baseball teams. They weren't as good as the Yankees. It was heartbreak after heartbreak. It was falling short. My whole childhood was falling short. They always would build you up and then fell short. You guys don't win 70 games. Like the expectation, okay, but the expectation for Pirate fans have been like, if you win 70 games, you're ecstatic. Red Sox fans, you win 70 games, people are sitting outside Fenway Park with shotguns. Like they're furious. I'm just saying that's not enough. That's not what people want. People want competitive. Like the bar is 90 wins. Like, that's where it starts.
Time out. Brandon Walton just came in the chat and said the Boston part of the show is when I go pee.
Yeah, but then
moving on.
No, then we got that. Okay, we got our guys. I agree. Ross Randall, Johnny Boink for the aquarium in the city would throw a parade.
Whoa, Ross!
I'm just telling
you. Nobody sleep with the fishes.
There's so many people who are completely not good. Yes, look at the Red Sox win total. It's not good. No.
What is the Red Sox win total wherever you're at versus?
I think it's 83, right?
No, I think it's a little bit lower than that, P-Roll.
Or 78. It was 81 last year.
Yeah. That's not what it is this year, sir.
It's even lower? Yeah. Should be.
Did you see what the Orioles did, by the way, yesterday?
Beautiful. I love for them. I love it. They sold their team.
I was hoping that made the rundown.
The team is gone. The team is gone, which is phenomenal. The ownership is gone. Angelos has been a massive problem. Yeah. And then went and got their ace with Corbin Burns yesterday.
He did.
Really smart move.
Front line guy.
Smart move, good move with that young team.
Yes.
I mean, look, the Orioles are going to be a massive problem for a while. They are a really good team. Built well.
What you do a lot of times, you've seen successive teams, they build a lineup around, and then they go somewhere else and get the front line starter or the couple rotation guys, innings eaters that keep you in games that will win you games in October. They went and got Burns. I mean,
brilliant.
But we got a lot of Midwest guys that watch the show too. The NL Central was ripe, ready to be had. The Cardinals down. The Reds kind of on the way up. The Cubs right there, arguably close last year, almost did it.
The Brewers want that new ballpark, right?
Division. This was the Brewers division to lose.
They want the ballpark, right? Isn't that their line that like we can't unless you build us a new ballpark, we can't sign guys like Corbin Burns anymore?
I don't know, but they traded the top line guy, a Cy Young candidate. Bye. What is that saying? This was the division favorite.
Yeah.
Shipped them. Talking about numbers moving and all this other stuff. I was like, what the hell? So 79.5 season win total for the Red Sox, 80.5 on DraftKings, juice to the under. What is the Pirates win total? I think it's 72.5. It's higher than it was last year.
That might be a decent bet between you and I. Who wins more games?
Well, we'll get close. Sad times in Pittsburgh sports. And ain't that sad, Rainmaker Lou? We'll see him next week.
It's kind of sad.
He's coming to the live show. Lou, you're coming to the live show.
Interesting. Almost guarantees Dylan Cease won't be traded until the deadline. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Pirates at 74.
J Dow bets at 74.5.
Oof. That's a little.
Thank you, J Dow.
Red Sox. That's an interesting thought. Sox are expected to be better than the Pirates. I'm not so sure about that. I think Sox should be really bad. The Red Sox are going to be. It's
last in the division.
I don't know. Probably, yeah. My summer friend. That's why I call the Red Sox. They're my summer friend. And,
and
he's drunk. He's
Orioles,
high.
Yankees,
broke his leg.
Rays. All better
all
now.
Better. Blue Jays.
Jays better.
Everyone's better. They're going into the year. That's the worst team in the division. Not even a question. They're the worst team in the division.
I'm going to Camden Yards at some point.
It's gorgeous. It's fun.
I love it. It's one of my favorites.
It's really nice. It started the whole brick. I remember I went for the third year it opened or something, and it was like, what is this? Like, this is incredible. Yeah. The brick was so pretty. Fenway Park incorporated it, and is it
bad that like when I was in college, like I don't know. I mean, my dad's been going a long time, but my mom, she doesn't really watch the show, but like I blew off class to go to ballparks and games and stuff. Camden Yards was one of them. I'm like, hey, we're going down to this ballpark.
Look at your career, and I would say you're fine. Yes.
Thank you. All right, good.
As I tell people all the time, if you're going to blow class off, like I have this woman in my class who's applying for a lot of acting fellowships all over the country. And I'm like, and she's like, I'm going to miss a bunch of class. I was like, I don't care. I was like, well, where are you going? She's like, I have to go to LA. I have to go to Miami. It's like, go. I was like, go. The last thing I want to do is stand in your way. Go after it. Let me help you. How can I make it easier for you? You're going after your career. Miss class all you want. If what you're going to dream, if you want to be an actress, that's your dream. And you have a shot to go to these fellowships, these acting colleges for grad school.
Absolutely.
Do it. Let me help you. So you were doing the right thing by going to sit in class. All right. Tonight, Creighton is laying 10.5 against Butler. The Jays haven't won and covered at home in 2024. And the number's going up.
How many games is that?
6.
They're 0-6 at home in the last 6.
It's unbelievable. They can't cover against anybody. The last time they covered was in the non-conference.
They haven't covered a conference game at home yet. Has the numbers been inflated? Well, I mean, we haven't really talked about them.
This is inflated. They're 10. It was 9. Now it's 10.5. This is ridiculous. I don't get this number in the least. They haven't covered. They're winning games. I mean, they lost at home to Villanova. They've lost games at home outright. But they've been favored in every game, 5.5, 7, 7, 8. They keep on getting favored. The books keep on putting it up, and they keep on failing to cover because people think, I don't know, that they can explode offensively.
Right.
I can't believe this number is going up. I bet 9 last night. I was like, 9's too high. Now it's 10.5.
Oh, you took the points?
Yeah. I bet against them. They'll win the game, but this is inflated. This is like, what are we doing?
Tough look on Fridays right now with the college basketball. Huh?
So here, DePaul, they're laying 24, won by 23. Xavier laid 7.5, won by 7. St. John's laid 6.5, won by 1. Providence laid 11, won by 9. Villanova laid 9.5, lost by 2. Alabama laid 7.5, won by 3. I mean, since you and I saw them play UNLV here on the 13th of December, they have covered 3 times. 3.
Sound like a dog play to me.
They're 3-7 at home. Sorry, 4-7 at home this season. 3-7 in their last 10. 3-7 in the Big East.
ATS.
ATS.
For those of you new to the show, that means against the spread. I don't mean to ever talk above anyone.
They're winning games.
You know.
I mean, at home, they're 10-1. They're 10-1. Their only loss is at home to Villanova. They've won every other game.
Right.
But they're not covering.
So is it a turn? Is it a switch? Is it something that's going to happen? Like, is there a matchup problem here against Butler, or is this just rhombuses and parallelograms being adamant that they're going to be right and they are going to cover at home, and they just bet them again and again and again and again? Because they do that.
I bet the over, because Butler is 6-3 away from home this year to the over. They're 7-3 to the over in conference. The Jays are the opposite. They're 3-7 to the over, 7-3 to the under in conference. 6-5.
Just got a Harbor Freight ad pop up on the YouTube right now. Just want to mention Harbor Freight, and now Jersey Mike's just popped up.
It's not
sorry, guys, about the ads. I know I see some people complaining. It's part of the process. Either hit the skip. If you don't, skip,
I turned them back on today. That's why they haven't seen them for 2 weeks.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
They've been off for 2 weeks, and now they're back on. So that's why it's startling right now.
Yeah,
because they were turned back on. They were off for 2 weeks.
Okay,
well, I realized a button wasn't pushed, and I realized yes, Tyler, we're getting to the whole slate tomorrow. Don't worry, the slate's
here we go.
Insane. Just one more. Dayton tonight against St. Bonaventure is the only other top 25 game going
on. Next. This one didn't even make the list for tonight.
Yeah, St. Bonaventure is 6-4 at home. Dayton is 6-4 at home. St. Bonaventure is 4-5-1 ATS on the road.
Yeah, okay. I thought you'd have a little more to say about the Ivies or something, or Ohio State.
I mean, I put it on. It's a ranked team playing. That's why I talked about it. So
that's fine. Okay.
I bet the Iowa game. We'll get that into the better.
Finished our contractually obligated portion of the show. Keep it moving. Let's go.
He's right. Tomorrow. Now, these numbers are not out as of when I was doing this. Let me see if they put numbers out for tomorrow yet, because I was kind of angered that we didn't have numbers for tomorrow's slate, because it is so darn good.
Like which game? UConn 4.5.
They're out.
Well, no, there's only a couple. Marquette 13 against Georgetown. Clemson 5. No, TCU. I'm sorry, TCU 5 against Texas. San Diego State is 5 against Utah State. Yeah, Johnny P's over there at DK putting these up right now. Oklahoma's a 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, we're like literally like right now putting these numbers up.
Houston's put 2.5 at Kansas.
So UConn is at St. John's. St. John's is a home dog.
Yeah. You like?
Upset alert.
You like?
Upset alert.
They're gonna beat UConn?
Put the sirens on.
Woo, woo, yeah. Woo.
Put the sirens on. Look out for the Johnnies. I think UConn. KenPom has it as a 4-point win. So for St. John's, this goes right into my trend. They lost on the road at Xavier, coming back home to take on UConn. This is going to be a monster chance for Rick Pitino's team to beat the #1 team in the country. Got a shot at it.
By the way, breaking news, Whitrock said the BvB hat will be in Carver Hawkeye tonight for the Iowa.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic news. Post a picture if you can. Tag the Bostonian versus the book Twitter at Boston versus the book, and we'll get that thing out. Appreciate it.
So I think I like St. John's tomorrow. I love UConn. I mean, I love UNC tomorrow.
-4. Probably,
as long as it's not higher than 5.5.
I don't think it'll be.
If it gets,
unless you want to take Duke money.
If it gets higher than that, I can't.
Probably between 4 or 5, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm guessing. I don't have power ratings. Yep. I'm just thinking about what the number would be. I see Butchie's in the chat. Butchie, if you got a number, Tyler's in the chat. Tyler Wyatt
5. KenPom has it at 5.
Okay, there you go. I mean,
so I can't go over. I cannot go over 5.5. That would be my absolute. Oh, wow. Tyler got a UNC at 3.
3.8.
Yeah. Under 4.
So that rounds up to 4.
4.
So, yeah.
It may be better.
Nicky Ciramello said he thinks FanDuel has UNC -4.5. Okay. There we go. Wow. Tennessee plays Kentucky tomorrow.
Oh, hold on. Let's go in order. We're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on.
Kansas.
Hold on. Let's go. We're going in order. This is a war. A war.
War?
I do not like Kansas's chances in this game.
I do not like green eggs and ham.
Yeah, I am not.
Not like the Jayhawks.
This is a 5-point win for Houston, according to KenPom. Kansas is not tough enough to handle Houston.
No?
I don't believe so, no.
Sound like a challenge.
I think KU might get punched in the face and fall down tomorrow.
Bam!
I like the Cougars a lot tomorrow. They're going to go into Fall Gallen, and they got a chance. Rebounding and defense travels, and I know that place is awesome. I've seen a bunch of games at Fall Gallen. It's an amazing, amazing venue.
Fall Gallen.
Every time I've been in there, you feel the ghosts, you feel the history, you feel, if you're a basketball person, you feel connected to history of the game.
Really?
Oh, Fall Gallen is so good. It is such a fun place.
There. A lot of hype you're building up.
Oh, it will deliver. Go to Fall Gallen. I'm not lying. Fall Gallen is incredible. It really is. It's a gym. It's a barn. I mean, you hear the echoes of history. You see Naismith, like you see the ghosts walking around. Like it's unbelievable. It is such a fun place.
All of that, they're going to lose.
All of that, Houston goes in and smacks them. Straight up smacks them. I think Houston
ghost punch.
Yeah,
you don't see coming. Bam.
I just don't like Kansas's chances up against this defense for Houston. They don't rebound the basketball. They got a 7-footer, which is big. But Dickinson is like, he's a lot of bark. He's not a lot of bite. Like he loves to talk. He loves to like run his mouth. But like in all honesty, like he's not a very physically imposing player on the block. And that's all Houston does.
Put this up for our Midwest people. Close that LeBron poll. Who you got?
85%. Well,
Cougs or Jayhawks? I mean, put HOU and KAN, I guess.
You want a poll or you want it?
Yeah, put up a poll. We'll put up a poll. We'll have the people vote. I love when we do this. The record sometimes of the actual winner of the poll isn't always great, but I want to see what the people say.
Have you keeping track of that?
It hasn't been good lately.
Oh,
yeah. When we ask, wasn't great with the NFL in the playoffs. It was not good.
I like Cougars. Yes, I like Cougars. That's true. Yes.
We got some guys in here that can't stop thinking about one thing. That's all they're thinking about.
Give me Bill Self. Wow, Iran John. You sure? I'm not sure. That might be the first time anyone's ever said that in a big basketball game, that you would give me Bill Self. I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Joel. KU's got no bench. I agree.
No bench.
No bench. I would agree.
No bench.
And yes, I think Hunter Dickinson is overrated. Yes, I would agree.
Wow.
But him, I mean, it was okay. I'll give you this, Tyler. They go on too many droughts. That's true, but they make it up for it defensively. They just go ahead and look what they did. You know, recently they've been hitting shots and they've been playing really well on both ends of the basketball court. I mean, I can't wait to watch that game. It's going to be huge test for Houston, but an awesome opportunity for them to go on the road. They're only 3-6 away from home ATS. I do understand that pushback, but at home, KU is 5-5-1. So it's not like there's a big advantage here for KU. Great game.
Votes are coming in. It's really close. 56-44 so far.
We go Tennessee, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Wow, that was fast.
No?
You're that quick on it after what happened just with Kentucky losing in overtime in their last game?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Boy.
No?
I mean, KenPom has it as a 2-point loss.
So a Tennessee 2-point win.
Yeah. Tennessee might be favored. Kentucky might be a dog.
Pick them, probably, right?
Minus one pick. Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in that neighborhood. DK's putting them up right now. Guys, if you have a line on that game, post it in the chat for us. I'm searching through the odds board right now. What time is that game?
Kentucky is plus 1.5 on FanDuel.
There you go.
Home dog. Kentucky is a home dog.
Winner!
Wow.
I like Kentucky. Yeah.
How about that?
Sir Mello's doing a great job here with the chat. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate it, sir.
I mean, who does Tyler Wyatt like tomorrow with Tennessee? And that would be, I'd be very curious what his numbers are saying in that game.
Too erratic for me.
I don't know if I agree with that statement.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. Go. Okay. So UNC, thanks, Nathan. -5 on that for them. That's great. One more quick one before we get to Roll Call Friday here. So guys, start getting ready for Roll Call Friday.
Not yet. it scrolls by too fast. Don't start putting those in yet. I'll give you the cue. Go ahead.
Okay. Number 12, Iowa State's at number 18, Baylor.
How does this make the list? Is this a quad one game?
Are you kidding? This is 2 ranked teams playing. What are you talking about? This is a monster game.
Can either one of these teams win the whole thing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. They have the right draw? Yes.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I'd like Baylor a little more than Iowa State, but yes. This is an awesome game. This is an awesome game. This is going to be fun.
Awesome? I think this is only one awesome.
No, I can't. This is going to be fun.
Snooze fest. Under. Defensive game.
75-72, 3-point win for Baylor, according to KenPom.
Okay, so we're in the 140s. That's good. I would have made the total 138 and thinking under. All right, that's good to know. Huh. So you like a side in this?
Tyler likes Tennessee. His number is like Tennessee, by the way.
You know where Tyler lives, right?
In Tennessee.
Oh, yeah. Put your area code in there, Tyler.
I don't know.
Tennessee. Shocking.
I don't know.
Tyler's been sitting, rehabbing that knee. I hope I can't wait.
Tomorrow is a wing day. Sit my tail down and watch college basketball the whole damn day.
That's what you're doing tomorrow?
I'm so excited for tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be game after game after game after game tomorrow. Tomorrow it's stacked.
Tomorrow is one of the hardest days in the book ever. When
Why?
you work in a book, all my brethren that have done it, if you think you want to do it, I got a text today, a DM from a kid who graduated Penn State in 22 and wants to get into business.
Okay.
It's a whole nother story. And I said, you don't, not right now. It's a different time. But this was the hardest day to work tomorrow because you got the Super Bowl props up.
Okay.
You have like 8,000 college basketball games, and now they all have lines. I'm talking Northeastern and Stony Brook is right next to Duke and North Carolina. And then you got San Diego and Santa Clara right next to Kansas and Houston. Like the games just never.
By the way, Tyler wanted me to tell you, Dave, that he's a Kentucky fan, not a Tennessee fan.
I know. Tyler, I know. You don't text me no more because he's busy trying to get that knee back. But I know, Tyler. I know. That's good.
It is time.
Is it time? Start putting them in now?
It is time.
Okay. So
the map is blank. We will fill the map.
The map is blank.
For Roll Call Friday.
All right. Very good.
Start the week.
Start right now, boys and girls. Put in your close that poll. Oh, there, I closed it. Never mind.
You closed
Put
it?
in your 3-digit area codes
You
right
can close
now.
it? No,
I can, yeah, there's a button on the right of the poll when you're watching the show.
You can close it on your own one. I closed it officially.
Yeah.
I closed it.
I didn't close it. No, you closed it.
I was like, oh, if you could.
So I was getting ready for the show, and
you can't rap. We don't have time.
Oh, we have time right now. Real quick. It's The Car Wash. It's a song by Rose Royce.
I know the song.
1976. It's going to be quick. It's going to be fast. Mikey Awesome, you'll have to work on it later. Get it low. You did good work today with the area codes. We're going to do area codes right now. But working at the car wash is like working on the BvB, okay? We'll just go that route. I think I did this before, but it was in my head.
Yep.
Oh, you might not ever get rich, but let me tell you, it's better than digging a ditch. There ain't no telling who you might meet, a movie star, or maybe even an Indian chief or Friar Dan in the parking lot at the Westgate. At the car wash, working at the car wash, yeah. Come on and sing it with me, car wash. Sing it with the feeling, y'all, car wash, yeah. Come. Some of the work gets kind of hard. This ain't no place to be if you planned on being a star. Let me tell you, it's always cool. And the boss don't mind sometimes if you act the fool. At the car wash, done. That's it. Had to get that out of the way. The people like it. They want it. They get it. They got it. Here we go. Roll Call Friday starts right now. Got to go all the way to the top. Holy crap, you guys were fast. Yep. Football Guy 97, 717, Lancaster, PA. Daughter going for 79 league wins in a row tonight. Outright. Chip.
Wow.
Chip. JC from
Chip.
KC 216. Cleveland, Ohio, 36 degrees. And not coming to Vegas, but plan on coming for March Madness.
Definitely.
I don't want no excuses. If you plan on coming to Vegas for a BvB get-together, do it the first week of March Madness if you can. We'd love to see you. Love to have you. Get you some more hats. CBW 315 Oswego, New York, Syracuse at Wake Forest tomorrow. Must win. Good luck with the orange. I don't think so. Sports Avenger 724 Sharon, Pennsylvania. George Mason 902 Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Bracing for a boatload of snow. Oh, God. Sorry. Stay warm, Georgie. Joe the Fat Panda, 303 Denver, Colorado. Snow forecast between 0 and 16 inches tomorrow.
Damn.
16 inches is a lot, if you know what I'm saying. That's a lot.
That's what she said.
She didn't say that. Stop. Stay focused. Eron Sean, 703 Centerville, Virginia. JPC to 4th. That's Clarchek. 313. Everybody say it with me. Detroit. Stevie Mack, 918 Henrietta, Oklahoma. Josh Wilson, 201 Fair Lawn, New Jersey. AOWN 319 Independence, Iowa. Oh, you graded the poll. That's what jumped it. Okay. Andy O. Woodruff, South Carolina. Addison, the Wrench, 812 Ferrari, Indiana. That's not a place. We're still not talking about that guy. No, he's talking about Ferrari and Porsche and all that other stuff. F1.
Oh, F1 stuff. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
He worked it in there. No, Lewis.
What are we doing?
I don't know about Lewis. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Matthew Bonvy, 2 more night shifts before he's off and sit down and watch sports. Bonvy,
nice.
It's roll call time. I need the 3-digit area code up in Canada. Who's that? Jacob Reynolds, 1998, 9501 Little Rock, Arkansas. I listen daily, but can't always be in the chat for Roll Call Friday. So always got at least one Arkansas. Didn't see that one coming.
That's
We're
awesome.
on the way to the over today for Roll
Yeah, we
Call
are.
Friday.
True.
I needed that. Thank you very much, sir.
Huge.
Deuce Daly, 603 Windham, New Hampshire. Corey Macbeth, 402 Omaha, Nebraska. Joseph Mogan, 615 Nashville, Tennessee. Sunny and warm over there. Dave's Daily Picks, 317 Lebanon, Indiana. And then Deuce Daly. I already did that one. Windham, New Hampshire. Getting text right now about my favorite thing about today. We'll get to that in a second. John Serrett, 304 Oak Hill, West Virginia. John, thank you for showing up. You keep showing up. We appreciate the hell out of you, sir. You're holding it down for us in West Virginia. Kevin Whitrock, 319 Iowa City. Hat picture will be posted on the Twitter at the game tonight. Thank you very much, sir. Vinny Konowinski, 260 Fort Wayne, Indiana. 37 and still cloudy. Butchie the Bookie, 506. For those of you unfamiliar, the 506 is the CR. The CR is short for the Costa Rica. That would be in Central America. International, worldwide. We're coming. Thank you, Butchie. Deuces, baby. Ryan Coot, K-00 small t, 660 Tipton, Missouri. John, 724 Greensburg, PA. John, thank you, sir. Kevin Roper, 601 Hattiesburg, Mississippi. 70 and sunny in Hattiesburg in February. Boy, that got to be a nice day to take a walk. Get outside, touch some grass. Listen to us in your ear. Watch it on your phone. P-Roll, tell them where do they get in the Discord?
BvBshow.com.
Got to tell them about that, too. We got big things planned for the Discord in 2024. Nathan Phillips, 614, beautiful, Columbus, Ohio. Some might argue against that, but we agree. Austin Masak, 219, Lowell, Indiana. There's Bonvy, 519, Amherstburg, Ontario. D. Stout, our resident farmer, high-tech farmer. Don't get me wrong. He got all them nice toys, all the equipment. He got hats to match. D. Stout, 507. Pipestone, Minnesota. Tell the wife, bring the kid. March Madness in Vegas, Resorts World, March 19th to 20th with us, BvB. Start planning now. Call me Jared, 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Welcome, Youngstown, Ohio. Rob L, 517, Fowlerville, Michigan. Lena Scrimmage, 705, Aurelia, Ontario, where it's 0 degrees Celsius right now. Little chilly there. Kyle Meyer, 541, Eugene, Oregon. DGen4TW, hold it down in 940 Dallas, Texas. Dab, the TX. Jordan, 1-star Goro, 702
my house.
live from what?
It's from my house.
Eagle Creek. It's
Yeah,
right there.
He's from my house. Good
What's
course.
up, Goro? Hit it straight.
Fun course. Cold, nasty day to play golf, though. My goodness.
I think it's lift and replace on a day like today. Got to be lift and replace, right? Oof. I would think.
Yeah.
I would think it's lift and replace. Let's see here. Oh, no. What just happened? My whole thing went blank. It started the whole show over. Oh, what? No. We got to get back to the roll call Friday. There's 1-star. Okay. 620 Syracuse, Kansas. Joe Thomasek, 46 degrees and raining. Joe, I hope I said your name right. ATL Coos, 5 O's, 1 S, 404 ATL. Pierre Chevalier, 613 Ottawa, Ontario, 32 degrees Fahrenheit there. Jay Dalbets, 410 St. Michael's, Maryland. The missus is sick and resting. There's our guy, Ketchikan, Alaska, 907 Scott Bartholomew. Thank you, sir. Every single week, Scott Bartholomew steps up and in for the Roll Call Friday to represent the Alaska. Love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. J Dow, take care of Mrs. J Dow. KD, you rest easy. The kid was pitching today down in North Carolina, and you posted that you were a pitcher. We got a lot to talk about. About the spin on the curveball. We'll get to that later. LL 480 Chandler, Arizona, 60 degrees. LL, you stay ready. If you can't get up here for March, well, we might be seeing you in April down in AZ. Just putting that out there. If you can't, we might take the show on the road. Tired of people asking. We're just going to come to you. That's it.
Fair.
Jacob Reynolds, 1998. You already represented 501 Little Rock, Arkansas. Thank you very much. So there's Nicky Ceramello, 520 Tucson, Arizona. Jim Montgomery, 215 Philly Burbs. Hit me up when you're back in Horsham, Dave. Damn right. I'll be back in late March or early April at some point. Got to see the kid play.
It is fantastic. Go off when no one's on that course. I love that course.
Yeah.
You can whip through it in 2 hours.
You can really, you can whip through it in 2 hours. Yeah, you can. Title shots notwithstanding. Santana, 928 Yuma, Arizona. Ryan Andrew Fletcher, 703 Annandale, Virginia. No Manto here. Oh, Manto. Daniel G, 989 Grittville, Saginaw, Michigan. Lions getting the gang back together. Shout out Jim Leland going into the Hall of Fame, going to have no team logo on the plaque.
He's not going to be a Pirate?
Damn. Well, I mean, he did so much in so many places.
Jim Leland's not going to be a Pirate?
Pittsburgh.
He's a Pirate to me.
And he got there in Detroit. Like, I mean, I would love for him to have the P, but I'm just glad
he's a Pirate to me. If I'm thinking, wow.
That's what it's going to be. Chef Benny, 401, Rhode Island. The Juice, 602, Phoenix. The Vegas Storm made its way here last night. You're damn right it did.
Yeah, right.
Brandon Walton, 804, Richmond, Virginia. Rich what? Richmond. I love that. Roll Call Friday. You're right. Working at the car wash, Stevie Mack, you know it. Andy Caston, 702, Vegas. There's our guy. Vinko Martinsevich, 385 in the Croatia. Which one did you just pop up there? I didn't read that one. Which one was
Amesbury.
that? Who?
Amesbury. I'm just popping them up. You read. It's fine.
Tyler Wyatt, 865, Knoxville, Tennessee. Hardest in Kentucky, though. Yeah, sure it is. There's Tim Kulras. He's in 2000. You ask, who has 4-digit area codes? Sydney, Australia.
Wow.
We're getting more and more people watching the show at night after we're done on the replay, and they're Australians. It's just fantastic. Dubsy's coming to town for the Super Bowl, one of our favorite Australians. We're going to see him, get him on the show, hopefully. I'm working on an Australian hat, a BVB lid that wraps up the Australia angle here. There's April Leslie, 864 Greenville, South Carolina. We already know this. April, we live you. You know that. And I did not know that Greenville, South Carolina was 864 until we met you here in the show. Thank you very much for being here.
Sorry, I did.
You already knew that?
I've been there multiple times, yeah.
Greenville, South Carolina, is it nice?
Yeah, very nice. I love South Carolina. I'm a huge fan. I love Charleston. It's just an awesome state. It really is.
We're going to have to get down there. We got people. We got
it's
people
awesome.
we got to see. That'd be fun.
Awesome state.
SoCal DGen 949, Riverside, California, 58 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy in the desert. Feels like a walk in the freezer. I don't know about no walk in the freezer. A little cold, but come on, SoCal. Put on a sweatshirt. Let's go.
Look who's back.
Who's back?
Look who's back.
Who's back? Avetta! Greenville's beautiful as well as look at that picture of Avetta on there. Great
Look
to
who's
see
back.
her.
What's going on?
She got to
It's been
come
a
out
bit.
for the March Madness.
It's been a minute, right?
Yeah, she got to come out first weekend of March Madness live show. We're putting it together. Plan on coming out, Avetta, teaching people how to bet and talk about the weather. That'd be perfect. That's outstanding. Vols winning tomorrow, Liberty operation. We'll see about that. Ross Randall's in Amesbury, Massachusetts. Robert Palziani, the train, is holding it down in the 412. My man Train coming to see you in Pittsburgh.
He's on the train.
Brother. He's the freight train. He used to be very strong defenseman on all of our deck hockey teams. The Train's still doing it at age 60. I don't know how well he can run, though. He don't block shots no more either. Roger Long, 765, Clinton, Indiana. Big EJ, 27740. Big John, middle of nowhere, Ohio. Still the old guy in class. Muted myself and a political science nerd. LOL. Happy Roll Call Friday to the whole brigade and can't wait to meet everyone. Guy like Biggie J may show up at the meetup in March as well. I don't know. We're going to have codes. We got codes today. We'll have codes for rooms and all that other stuff. Raymaker Lou, 412 Pittsburgh, PA. And let's see who else we got. Mikey Awesome, 757 The Wrench. ODU, Brigadeville, Newport News, Virginia. And there's JR, 33312. That's Johnny Parlay, 702 Vegas. But originally from the 513 Dayton, Ohio. Dave, did you know that Rose Royce is playing the Orleans tomorrow night? What? The car wash live? I did not, Johnny. I guess I got something to do tomorrow night. I might go see this place in person, see the joint in person, do the car wash at the Orleans. I had no idea. That's unbelievable. That's great. I'm going to go. Crop _Duster 007757 Newport News, Virginia. Another Newport News. Do you guys know each other? That's fantastic. Heath Bierce is in 563 Davenport, Iowa, driving to 309 East Moline, Illinois. 2 states at once. That's a 2-state parlay, P-Roll.
It's beautiful.
I love it.
It's great.
Here we go. Tyler Powell, 717 Lancaster, PA. Farrell Thalid, 515 Des Moines, Iowa. TP, are you with me? Question mark. 206 Seattle. Go Sonics. Let's get them back in town. It's sunny here. You ain't getting the Sonics yet. BH, B-Rad from 270 Madisonville, Kentucky. They keep coming. Is Dave planning on being more active in the Discord? Listen, I'm trying to keep it together right now. It's the busiest week of the year. We got all these people coming. All these people want to talk to us. We got a meeting tonight down at the Venetian. We got all these other things planned. We got a show later. For sure. I'll see you all in Vegas. I can't wait to see Avetta here in Vegas. That's going to be outstanding. PB's Tampa, 69 and sunny. Who else? 314 Sam Licata, living in LA for now until May. He's in 314 St. Louis.
So we got about a minute left here before we can let go of Sports Grid and Sirius XM. So it's interesting. Where's anybody in Louisiana?
Marcella Unda. He's here every day.
Okay,
New Orleans.
We'll knock that down. So then we are essentially we're at 41. I mean, we're pretty much right there, which is awesome.
Week the numbers 41.
And so we've got 1, 2 for countries. Let's
Croatia,
see.
Costa Rica, Canada.
1, 2, 3,
Mexico.
4, 5. Yeah, Mexico. Where's Mexico? I missed that.
Who was the fourth?
Croatia, Costa Rica,
right?
Australia, Canada.
Australia. Sorry. Yep. Okay.
Australia, Canada,
somebody was in Mexico,
and the United States.
We miss you too, Avetta.
So before we run, I can just post this up so you guys can get a chance to see the differences between. It's always fun to show. The first one is obviously the blank one, and that's always fun to see the blank Roll Call Friday, and then we can go ahead and show you guys the filled in one, which is awesome to see where you guys are all located. I mean, it makes sense where the whole population is for everybody, but I love the West Coast taken care of. I love that we have Hawaii and Alaska.
You know
Croatia.
What happened last week? We got somebody from Idaho and Montana on the rewatch. They posted a comment. If you guys want, post a comment of the state you're watching it in and post it so it goes into the algorithm and the show gets watched that way. Or if you're late, you can't be here live, do that.
So that's tremendous, guys. So we thank you. Really, it's always super fun to watch this and see how you guys are doing it and see where you guys are at. We'll continue a roll call Friday into bonus time. We will be back on Monday on SiriusXM and on Sports Grid. We hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. Enjoy it. We start live Radio Media Row Monday, 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, 1 to 3 all week next week, everybody, for the live show replayed on SiriusXM and Sports Grid at the normal time at 10 p.m. Pacific time overnight on the East Coast. If you guys who were live with us on YouTube and on Twitter, do not move. You get bonus time.
I just looked back down at the chat. SoCal is back. He's active in the chat. He's texting us. I love that guy. Jonathan, he said, where's North Dakota and South Dakota? Do these states have access to the internet or electricity? Yes.
Be nice.
What are you doing?
Don't be mean. It's very California of you to do that.
Oh, my God. BH says we got to get a better map.
Linus, you don't understand. So let me just explain something. I have to write where the country is somewhere on that page with my finger on a track map. Okay. Whoa. So I'm just trying to it's not easy to do that. Just FYI, no. It's hard. If I had a pen, I should go get Madeline's stylus because just go ahead and write it. It would look cleaner if I did that. But I'm trying to do this that's why I use the dab. The dab is just easy. I just dab.
Right.
But there's too many countries. I can't put a list of the countries on there because there's 300 countries in the world. So it wouldn't fit. So that's why. Just FYI. Yes, I'm not fingering countries, Addison. We're in bonus time, so I can put this stuff on the screen.
JPC the fourth, Claircheck just came in and left his 20th super chat. It recognizes that. It pops up the number of super chat. It's awesome. It says a big 20. I thought it was for Billy Sims or Barry Sanders. I thought because he's from Detroit, number 20.
Right. Yeah.
That's my guys. Those are my two favorite players, not that were Steelers. And I saw the 20 and I was like, what does that say? He tried to get his wife's cousin from Guam to roll call Friday, but she moved to Canada. So we didn't get Guam in the chat. It wouldn't fit. Don't have to brag, Matt. Yeah,
it's too good. That's phenomenal. Okay, one quick one before we get to Better to Book It.
Yep.
The Outside the Lines interview with the former DB Isaiah Rodgers. I have not seen it, but I've read the transcript.
Okay.
This is pretty interesting. He's claiming they were all funny money bets. Claiming he's trying to downplay it, saying I was just doing it for friends of mine. Didn't really matter. Yeah. I can't wait to watch it instead of reading it. But why do you think he said yes to be interviewed for this? What's the end goal? Isn't it all negative, no positive to be interviewed for this?
No. Be interviewed for this. Own it. You're back.
But you're making light of it. You're saying it was nothing, it was a joke, it didn't matter.
You have to say it. The news cycle is what, 24 hours?
If that. 24 minutes.
That's it. Say it. Own it. There's record of you saying it, and they'll get you back in. You're back.
So if a team asks what you do, you can say, I've already addressed it.
You've already addressed it, and you downplayed it. I mean, what are you going to tell them? You're running a gambling ring? You can't. Right? I mean, you got to play nice with the league if you want back in the league, right?
Yeah. I mean, so they think the league, he said, I was trying to help friends and family out, knowing that it wasn't legal in Florida and it was in Indiana. At the end of the day, I knew the rules. I wasn't supposed to do it, and I got to take what comes with it.
Breaking news: the New England Patriots hire Alex Van Pelt to to be
That
the
was
offensive coordinator.
yesterday's news, but okay, it's fine.
I just saw it.
I spared you from that.
You excited by that?
I'm not angry about it. I think it's going to be the entire coaching staff has a lot to prove. So he's just another one of these, like, I don't know. It's just another one of those, like, okay, let's see what happens.
That's what this interview is, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm like, all right, let's see what you can do. Like, again, Mac Jones is coming back. Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback for the Patriots next season.
Full disclosure, you sent me a text yesterday with the return of the Mac tweet, which is also one of my favorite
That
songs.
was a football player.
I might have to put that on next week.
I was Christian Barmore, starting left defensive end for the Patriots, putting that out with Return of the Mac.
I love that song. That might be my walk-up song.
They may actually like the guy. I mean, they actually might think that Bill fucked him over. I mean, they might go like it was the old guy's fucking fault. It wasn't his fault. Get him out there. Let's go. Let's go again. Like, who knows? He may come back to like, because that's what everyone said. Why was Mac Jones at the intro press conference for Gerard Mayo? No one could figure it out. Gerard Mayo said, Gerard said, you're coming. You're going to be at the press conference. Let's go. You're my guy. Let's go parade for the world. Let's declare to everybody. Me and you. It better work. That's Robert's guy. Robert told Bill.
On the show. I said that exact thing. That's exactly what this is. That's his guy. He's his guy. They're both Robert's guys. Let's go, boys. Let's make this work. We're going to make it work. And maybe they do have the locker room.
It better.
I mean, if you told me that he was done after the 12th game of the season.
Talking to him. Belichick stopped talking to Mac. Yep.
That had to be a very uncomfortable joint, the whole place.
Not for Bill. Bill's comfortable.
Oh, no. For everybody else.
Bill's comfortable.
No, he's gone.
Yeah.
Let's play football.
If this thing turns around like on a dime, if the Patriots are back in the playoffs next year, it would be crazy.
Completely insufferable.
Could you imagine if Belichick was the problem?
No. Yeah. I mean, I can, but no. The Bills are going to be good. Aaron Rodgers is going to be healthy. The Jets will be good. The Dolphins are good. Like, you're frozen. Snap your fingers. Look at that face. Mikey, clip it. Oh, my God. That was outstanding. You got 2 freeze faces for today for the next video. Mikey's going to kill us both. Relax. Like, let's hope they are 8-9, 9-8. That would be a dream for you, for the Patriots.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, because then the next year they're back in the playoffs.
They're back in the playoffs. Oh, they're not making the playoffs next year.
I won't say that.
I don't even look at the schedule.
I'll say that
it right now.
I won't say that. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that. I have no expectations and I have no negative things to say about this entire coaching staff until it starts.
Perfect.
Wisconsin. What's up, David, in Green Bay, Wisconsin? How
David,
are you?
920 Green Bay.
That's great.
Wisconsin. That's good to know.
Another Washington with Garrett Brown. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys being here. That's great.
Oh, did we need that Washington dog?
Nope. We already got it. Seattle, but it was still good.
Oh, we had Seattle. That's right.
Yep.
Okay.
We had someone in Seattle. So that's
right.
Oh, he's a Pip boy. I didn't know that. Van Pelt's a Pip boy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a quarterback at Pitt. Yeah.
Look, again, Dave doesn't want to talk about this, but the draft is going to be fascinating. Where does Jaden Daniels go? If he goes 2, we might get I may get my guy. We might get a chance to draft May. Let's go. I want him. I want him.
They're not drafting him. Mac is back.
Or they draft a quarter. They have 2, and they bring competition in. They say, Mac, we love you, but we're going to draft another one. We're gonna bring in a top of the draft guy, and you're gonna Mac play for a year, and we'll see what we do. Because Mac's on a rookie contract too. You have 2 quarterbacks on rookie contracts. You could do it. It's feasible to do it, but
Nicky Ceramello just came in.
Chef, I'm telling you.
Sorry, Dave.
Benny,
I'm just a concerned Pats fan. That's fine.
Benny, you may need to break that out because I'm telling you, everything says they're trading the pick.
Oh, yeah.
If they're keeping Mac, they're trading the pick.
Of course.
Yeah. And I think you're right. I think Patriot fans are going to have to you have to hold a Patriot fan because they're going to be, not happy. Time for better to. All right, we go to the Big Ten. That's wrong. Hold on. Wrong game. Sorry.
That was a Big Ten game, though.
It's the right game. Wrong opponent. It's Ohio State, not Indiana.
Oh.
Iowa, -5 tonight.
We had Indiana the other night.
Yes, against Iowa.
Yeah.
It's on my brain. But now
Right.
I bet Indiana. I'm betting Iowa this time.
We're laying the points here?
Correct.
You good with this?
Yes.
I played more on Iowa or against Ohio State here?
Both. They're 1-7 in the last 8 games.
Ohio State is.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up or ATS?
Straight up, ATS is not much better. Iowa needs it.
Good laying 5 with Iowa?
Yeah, at home, yeah. Did you see, by the way, what happened with Caitlin Clark last night?
Oh, my goodness.
That's a fucking I'm not trying to say this to disparage women's sports, but to see the reaction, that's a damn rock star reaction.
It's
a women's basketball player being treated like a god, like literally girls crying, screaming, like the Beatles were walking around.
Right.
I'm like, she just puts the ball in the basket, guys. Like, what the hell? Like, what are we doing? This is amazing. She is godlike. I mean,
you just
they
have
are going
to remember what it was like when you were a kid and you could see guys doing stuff you dreamed about doing. That's what a lot of these girls are doing. Yeah. I see it. I've seen it for the softball kids for years. Like, softball's going to be next like this. There's going to be some sort of thing that's going to happen, hopefully.
I think volleyball is going to beat you to it.
Volleyball might do it.
Yeah,
the volleyball is so much fun to watch.
I think volleyball is going to be. I think women's volleyball has the potential. Those two
blow up.
Those 2 professional sports leagues that are starting. There's 2 in Omaha. There's 2. Omaha's going to have 2 professional volleyball teams next year. It is amazing that Nebraska is literally the hotbed of volleyball fandom. It makes no sense, but it's incredible what John Cook has built at Nebraska. Every girl, they do not play basketball. If you're over 5'7", you're not playing basketball. You're playing volleyball.
It's fine. It's fun to see, and that was fun to see. Tonight, I don't know how much fun this game will be. I'll say bet it, but I'm not in love with the laying of the points with them. No.
Over 147.5, Creighton
Yes.
and Butler. Butler has gone is a 7-1 to the over in Big East play. It's more Butler's play than Creighton's play.
Yes.
Creighton's 3-7 in the Big East to the over, but they're an under team in the Big East. But I think tonight they're going to score. This game goes over. And then I'm going to do it, Dave. I told famously, and people have been DMing me all morning saying you once said if you were going to bet an under in the Pacer game to go ahead and slap you hard across the face, and I've done it. I am betting the under. The Kings back-to-back for the Pacers. They played last night against the Knicks. They're coming back home. They have 4 guys who are really banged up for Indiana. Massive minutes restrictions on Halliburton. He only played 22 minutes last night.
Yep.
They're not playing him on a back-to-back. 247, and the Kings are one of the best under teams on the road in the entire NBA. Makes no sense, but they are. They're always inflated.
Yep.
Now the number's 248.5.
Correct.
Better book it under 247.
Book it. Going over. All those things. It's better. You told me to slap you. Bam, bam.
They're 16-7-1 to the under on the road. The Kings.
I mean, listen. Sometimes the numbers work. Sometimes they don't. That's good.
With all those players either banged up and on restrictions, I can't see it. Only 3 times in the last 10 games has the over come in for the Pacers. Under machine.
Yeah.
Without Halliburton playing full minutes, they don't go over. And yet the books keep on putting the numbers there and the bettors keep on betting it over. And for Indiana, I mean, it's, last night against New York, under. Against the Celtics, went over by 4. Against Memphis at home, under. Phoenix and Philadelphia both went over, 244.5 and 240.5. Denver under, Phoenix under, Portland under, Utah under, Denver under, Atlanta under, Washington under.
Sounds great. Over.
Super.
That's right. That's what we do here.
Super tight. Oh, the bonus is +9. How do you feel about +9? Creighton first half. I don't mind that bet at all. Creighton first half over as well. I don't mind that bet either. That's a decent play. But the Jays laying 10.5, laying 5, laying 6 in the first half. Yay. I don't know. It still worries me a lot. That's crazy.
Big business just checking in, going to watch the replay. Happy Roll Call Friday, boys and girls. Tickets are more than 200 for Iowa at Illinois.
Look at this.
What?
Ticket resale.
Women's?
$1,300. Cheapest resale, $243.
Tickets for Iowa Northwestern resold. No. Did they really?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Yes. They're already, I mean, it is an absolute, I mean,
what a phenomenon. That's unbelievable.
Look out. She is, and it's really kind of funny because Caitlin Clark is going to go into the WNBA. WNBA players are already pissed off at being asked questions about her and Reese, saying, if you think these two are going to walk into the league and do what they were doing in college in the WNBA, you got a whole nother thing coming. I'm like, this is going to be really fun. This is exactly what the WNBA needs. They need two really good superstars. The Bird and Magic of women's basketball very well might be happening in front of our eyes. That's in 1979 when that happened with Indiana State, and when they played in the final and Michigan State won, Indiana State did not, and they both went in the league. And Larry was Rookie of the Year, and Magic was, what did he win that first year?
He won the championship.
Won a championship, right? Yeah. Okay. So then you had those two. See, this is people really, this is actually a big debate. Okay. Going back to school next year to make more money. People are actually saying no, because Caitlin Clark walking into a major market will dwarf whatever Iowa's giving from an NIL perspective. So like, it's a great argument. There's a big argument.
Go get her the bag.
It's a big argument, okay, about what NIL will bring as a college athlete. But people in the WNBA have pushed back and said, do you know how much fucking money is in New York City? Like, if she goes to the Liberty or she goes to the Sparks in Los Angeles, are you crazy? Like, you can't do that. Like, it's not even close. Okay, good question. This has already pretty much been predetermined by some people that Reese and Clark will wind up in major markets to help the WNBA.
Oh.
That there's going to be whatever they got to do for it to happen. I mean, it's going to be very, very, and the Fever have the first pick. Which one are they going to take? And look, at Indiana's not a bad place to go. Ask Pat. Like, you can do quite well being in Indianapolis.
We'll be close to Iowa.
I bet you have to listen to the show more often. I already said this. This is why I bet against the Creighton Blue Jays. I'm on Butler +9 on the game. Creighton sucks at home. ATS.
Nick, Tom, NIC, no K. Nick, Roll Call Friday. You did miss it. It's 347 Brooklyn, New York.
What's up?
We got Brooklyn in the house.
We got you. I love that.
You.
Calvin and Hobbs. I loved Calvin and Hobbs.
Tremendous.
LA trade up to third. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Ooh, can they get to 2? Can they get up to 2 to get one of them? Yeah. Well, look at, here's the big, okay. You take Clark over Reese. That's a debate people are having. People are really passionate about that. I'm with you. I agree, but not everyone does. Not everybody does.
You got super chats?
We do. We have multiple. Sorry. I meant to.
Fire. Let's go.
Let's see.
When you guys leave super chats, we do it at the end of every show in bonus time. Matt's pulling them up as we go. They go by fast. I didn't always see them, but we make sure we read them right now. Go.
Sonic looked up the parking fees for the North Las Vegas airport during the Super Bowl. Surcharges up to $3,000. It's usually $60 to $200 a night to park your plane. $3,000. That's too low. That'll be more than that per plane. Someone told me that I think it's like 250 planes they can hold.
I hope we have a BvB plane someday.
Wouldn't
that be something?
Not sure I missed Roll Call Friday. Happy Friday, Brigade. Now see while y'all are warning me about the pregnancy hormones.
Huh. Hey! Told you,
Jared. Are you trying to get in trouble? What are you doing?
Did you watch the show?
Oh boy!
It's a place to come in here. You can talk about it with us. We told you.
Oh,
I used to have hair before all of that.
Duck.
They got everything.
Duck. That's all I gotta say.
Stay low.
Duck. Oh boy. JPC the 4th. I tried getting my wife's cousin from Guam to get a Roll Call Friday, but she's moved to Canada, so no bueno. Have a great weekend, kids. Oh, Dave, keep it off Twitter pick did hit. Newbies didn't.
Oh, yeah, it's a little cash considerations, inside humor.
Okay.
You got him.
Keep it off Twitter where you can't say it.
Every time he put the pick on Twitter, it lost. So we had to do part of the show was the only place you could hear it was on the show, and it won 5 in a row.
Oh, nice. And then
So
lost.
it finally lost because he got him.
He mushed it. Mikey, awesome on Olympic Gold. If I die, cremate me in my BvB hat. Mikey, come on. That's not right.
Keep pedaling.
Huskers still first 4 in. Creighton will be, as always, yes. I'm a J-Sker. Corey McBeth. Don't be hating, Matt. I look forward to next week's show.
This is Midwest humor. What the hell's a J-Sker?
It's the people who cheer for both Creighton and Nebraska simultaneously.
Oh, you've talked about these people. They exist?
Do they exist? By the thousands. My whole show was based on it in Omaha. On the outside, they were like, I told you. I walk into a bar, they'd run up to me and be like, here's why I'm a J-Sker. My grandfather went to Nebraska. My great-father went for Creighton. But I love this because I like blue. Blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, I don't give a fuck.
Like, did you say that right?
No, but I would just be like, I would just tell them, I'd be like, it's wrong. You can justify it all you want. You can explain it. You're wrong. Done deal. Pick us out of the plat. Get out of my face. That's exactly how I would be in my head.
Pick a side of the flat and get out
Platte,
of my face.
Platte River. The Platte River runs between Omaha and Lincoln.
The hell's
So the
wrong
Platte
with-
Rivers. I would say pick us out of the Platte. One of the two. Either you're in Lincoln or you're in Omaha. If you live in Omaha and you want to be a Creighton fan, you can't cheer for Nebraska football in the fall. But what do I do in the fall? You just don't cheer for Nebraska. But I'm gonna be bored. It's so dumb. I'd have all these conversations. I'd be like, I say, go find another team. You can't cheer for the in-state rival. It doesn't work like that. And the Nebraska fans would be like, well, our basketball team sucks, so what are we going to do? I got to go cheer for somebody good. Drive me crazy. I get so fucking mad.
I feel like we just added 4 characters to the show. You did multiple voices. That was great.
Just drove me
Did
fucking
they all
nuts.
talk like that?
They all
Did the
talk like that.
J-Skers
Yes.
talk like that?
Yes. All of them. It's so frustrating. I used to get so mad at them. I'd just be like, guys, like,
mad.
please.
That was
Oh,
so
I'm still so mad. It's been 5 years. It was 5 years of daily people conversating with me about why they can cheer for both Nebraska and Creighton.
Oh.
And like, we're not like New York. We're not like the Yankees and the Red Sox. You know that, right? You know that, right? I'm like, I don't care. It would just drive me crazy. It'd be like, do Michigan and Michigan State fans like go back and forth? Well, no, they want to have 2 teams. So I have the same thing. We don't have football. Bang in my head. All of them.
We gotta name the voice.
Yeah. Cooter Ray. Call one of them Cooter Ray for our guy Chris Hassel.
Oh.
If you have never seen the Cooter Ray Nebraska skits that Chris Hassel has done, do yourself a favor. Save 15 minutes in the day. Watch it on Twitter, and it'll be the highlight of your day.
Man.
Told Hassel a million times he should be a stand-up comedian doing fucking bits because he is so much funnier. He's an awesome sportscaster, awesome sports broadcaster, but god dang is he funny. April, thank you so much. We appreciate it. You guys know I leave at least one of these a week. We appreciate you coming in very much. Thank you for that. All right. Favorite thing about today. You've been teasing this.
Big Business just left us one.
Oh, no. What did I do?
Just popped up.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. Matt's box should be there tomorrow. I'm getting a box. Interesting. I like boxes. Sure.
I wasn't ready for that. I was getting ready for my favorite thing about today. They're talking about your box.
No, a box is being sent to me, not mine, but I'm getting it sent to
me.
I'm okay with one being,
boxes.
that's good. You can send one to me. That's okay.
Apostrophes. We need proper.
I take delivery. It's okay. Yes.
What?
Mail order brides are
You
fine.
take delivery? What the hell are you talking about? Please. Jesus, show's complete. Listen, we got to get it all out now because we're going to be on the radio row.
They have no fucking idea what I'm going to let loose. I'm going to come drunk one day.
Yeah, it might be the end. We're definitely never getting off late night, but it might be the end of the show. Hopefully not. But
Sports Grid Suit's going to be like, you fucking let these 2 guys on your air every night?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I swear I wish I was in better shape. I'd go in a thong one day and just show up. What are you doing here? I'm here to do the show. What are you wearing? What do you mean? I'm doing the show. Oh, God. It'd be amazing.
You're going on TV? Yes, I'm going on TV.
Yeah, just like this. Because we're sitting on 2 chairs. There's no table. There's no nothing. So everything down low is going to be hanging. So it's going to be one of those things. You're going to protect everything hanging low, left, right, all that other stuff. Anyhow, all right. Enough with
singing the song.
But just
do you wobble to and fro?
See, now you want to rap. See, I like it. I like it.
It's a song.
I know.
You know the song.
I know the song. Yes. Okay. All right. Favorite thing about today. Wake up to a text. Felician's down 5-0, and Kylie's going into pitch. What? I knew the game started at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. It was 7:20. I slept in a little bit, and I was like, oh, my God. So I was already downstairs on the couch. Jessica's upstairs. I hear shuffling upstairs. I was like, oh, no, she heard it too. She got the same text as we were on a group text. And I was like, up, hit the thing. And there's my kid coming into the game in University of North Carolina, Pembroke, Division II, Felician University's playing Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
Never heard of that school.
A school in Pennsylvania that's also down there for this invitational spring training opening thing. So I haven't seen her, haven't talked to her. I got the text last night at 1 o'clock in the morning is when the bus got in. That they drove down it.
East Coast time.
East Coast time. They were up at 6, breakfast at 7, at the field at 8 for the game at 10.
Okay.
So I didn't know that before. I watch her come in with inherited runners on. She gets out of the inning. She ends up pitching the rest of the game. And Jessica, after realizing that she was pitching, comes running down the stairs and goes, what the fuck? She's not supposed to be pitching. She just got to school. What the fuck's going on right now? She's panicking. I'm like, calm down. She's like, you know how nervous I get when she's pitching. I thought she was going to pitch maybe later in the weekend. You know, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to be late for work. And I'm like, you can watch it on your phone. Drive to work. She's like, I know, but I can't believe it. She's already in. Okay, this is good. And meanwhile, I'm pacing around the family room, watching it on my phone, going, throw your wrist out, make sure that ball gets out. I can see the batters. They're crowding the plate.
Yeah.
She gets the first 2 outs, and she hits the batter, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go. That was a purpose pitch. I knew I'm thinking it all out. And I end up watching the rest of the game. And, Jess went to work. We're getting texts from down there. And I'm going to get choked up. I go and get a drink. I'm in a car, and the phone rings. And it's Kylie. And she's like, hey. I'm like, what's up? She said, were you watching? I said, yeah.
I was watching.
I said, yeah, I was. And she just starts. Did you see that batter? There was
yeah, she leaned in.
I'm like
100%. I texted you. It was like she was an OT pitch. She leaned in.
I said, Kai, she leaned in. It was 0-2. And she knew she was in trouble. And she's like, yeah, that was bullshit. Blah, blah, and just had that rant. And I realized how hard she's worked and all of the time that we spent together on that bucket, catching her. And she's 20 years old. And I'm not coaching her anymore, but I'm still her dad. And the first person she went out in the outfield to call was me to go over all of it. And I'm sitting in the car talking to her, keeping it together, letting her vent. And I'm like, listen, are you by yourself? She's like, I'm out in the outfield. You know better. I'm not talking in front of anybody. I'm like, good. And I got the rest of the play-by-play and the rest of the things. And she's playing the rest of the weekend. And I hung up the phone. And I looked up in the sky and I thought of my dad and all the times I pitched to him. I thought of my mom and all the practices she drove me to. I thought of Jess. And the first time we started playing him in softball, and Jess played Division III softball for a semester and realized she had to give it up because she had to she was going to flunk out of school. And so many things and thoughts came into being a girl dad and having your kid realize again, like we were at CSN and she got a scholarship. She's playing and wearing a uniform and we were here. Now she's across the country. And it was such a cool moment. I just sat in a car and cried by myself. I was listening to DJ Thump, getting ready for the show. I'm going through your emails. And then, you caught me when you called me and asked me about like the other stuff with James and all that other stuff. And
I didn't know that was going on. Sorry.
That's fine. Like you're one of the like 3 people on planet Earth. When you call, I stop what I'm doing and answer.
Appreciate that.
So I was like, I answered, but you caught me. And I was like, yeah, let me get home. I forget even what I said, but I was not in the right frame of mind.
Correct. I didn't. You just told me I'm in the middle of something. I'll call you back. Okay.
I was in the middle, like trying to get it together.
Yeah.
Like I went for a walk out in the desert, like just to like, holy crap. Like we're closer to the end than the beginning. And I sent out the picture on the Twitter and I got a bunch of texts and calls and like, when is she playing near me? I want to go.
Nice.
I can't wait, man. But my favorite thing about today is that the kid just, she made it. Like she's there and she's
going to be okay.
And she's
going
to be okay.
That's, I think a lot of what you're saying without saying is that, she's going to be okay.
I do.
So
I do.
It now is, that she's where she's supposed to be.
She's exactly where she's supposed to be. And it's far away.
It's
the
okay,
other
though.
thing is like, it was like, I saw the signage in the background and, I ended up talking to her and I'm like, you're in North Carolina? And she told me about the bus trip and all this other stuff. It was fun to listen. And I was thinking, man, I haven't texted Jess, but I was like, if it wasn't Super Bowl weekend, we would go, right?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. So we're going to make plans and we're going to go and it's going to be fun. And I'll meet people back there. But that was just a really, really
cool
fun
for me watching. I'm glad you said it to me. It was awesome to watch it. I was like, I was getting mad at her. People, she didn't have a lot of help today behind her. I kept on getting angry at the people. I was like, guys, these are ground balls. Come on. Like, let's get, I was getting
so hard being a pitcher's parent.
I was watching
pitcher and a catcher. You're just like, damn.
I was like, guys, she's doing her job. These balls are not getting hit hard. She's doing her job. How is it like not everything could be a seeing eye single? Like, what the hell? I was getting pissed off. Madeline was like, what are you yelling at? I'm like, I'm yelling at on my phone. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, Kylie's pitching.
Seen my wife. she's like, I don't think I can watch her play anymore when she pitches. She's like, I don't think I can do it. And I was like, all right, just stay calm, and I'm the calm one. And meanwhile, like, when we go, like when I went on the road and watched her play in Utah, I was cheering for every kid on that team.
Right.
I coached some of them, and they're like, Coach Dave, you need to come on the road with us. We actually need you in the dugout. I'm like, I can't right now. I would love nothing more to start over with a young team again and just build it all the way up. It was so much fun.
Oh, wow.
I miss it. It's been a year since I've been on a field.
Do you think, I know Kendall wants to do her own thing, but do you think that at some point Kendall will say, give me a glove? Or is she completely anti-softball because of her sisters?
Dude, she's watching volleyball videos and stuff now.
Okay.
She's seeing things differently than
it makes sense. I used to be the same way. I mean, you don't do what your sisters or brothers did. You want to do your own thing. Makes sense.
I don't know. I really don't know, but I know I fucking love the game, and I thinking about doing umpiring. I just don't know if I can do it because I might be a little too intense for umpiring. I just want to coach and help these kids and see them be successful.
What about running clinics?
What
about running clinics? Like running camps?
We could do that too. There's a lot of value
intense.
in that.
It's short period of time. You can do recruiting camps. You can do,
Yep.
I
don't know. I mean, we're going to talk to Stern some more and do that. And
little Jersey action.
Yeah.
Very nice. Say hi to him. Well, I'm not even going to talk because that was awesome. So that was, I mean, it's not even, my favorite thing was that. That's my favorite thing about today, that you had that. We have meetings. You got a lot of stuff going on, guys. This is going to be a really hectic, crazy time for a lot of us. I know there's some of you guys who are wanting me to answer you, and I promise you I'm going to, but like, just understand that like I am literally drinking out of a fire hose right now on a variety of things. we got to do this show. We're doing Sports Grid at 5:00. We have a meeting right afterwards tonight. We've got all of people starting to come in here on Saturday and Sunday, and then we have.
Can we tell people that might be listening to the show that we're going to be on Radio Row, Media Row, whatever you call it, at Mandalay Bay every day from 10 local time a.m. to noon.
Every day. Yep.
Just come by and sit down with us. Like
I
like booking the time's impossible right now, but we can guarantee that we will be at Resorts World Thursday night at 4:00 Pacific.
Before
get there early.
Yeah, we'll be there before.
We'll be there 1:30ish or whatever.
Yeah,
so I'm going to hang out and mill around and make calls to come by, but come and hang out. Because after the show, I ain't doing shit. Like I want to meet people, talk to people, do whatever we're going to do. Thursday night is for us.
Yeah, we Brigade throw down Thursday night at Resorts World. We'll go get meals and drink and have a good time. So it'll be fun. So if you want to drive up Thursday night, you want to come up, you can drive down. If you're in California, Arizona, Utah, you're flying in, whatever it might be, just go ahead and like circle that date, that time from 4 until 6 locally. But really it's like from 4 until whatever, until you have to go home type of thing for Vegas. Whenever you got to call it, whenever you got to call it. So
exactly.
It's one of those nights. So huge week next week. It's a home game for us. We've been talking about this for 3 years, literally. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see what happens. Yeah, Kyle, a hungover roll call Friday. Probably.
Are they going to let us do it? I don't know if they're going to even let us do it.
You still a text this morning. We'll find out when we have that sit down. We'll find out what happens on that roll call Friday. We'll find that out. Thank you for being here, guys. Roll call Friday is always really special. Tell somebody about the show. Watch it, tweet it, do everything you can do to help us out. We really appreciate it. It's huge week next week. Super Bowl is here in Vegas. We're back on Monday live from Media Row, 1 p.m. and kind of like a sharp start, by the way, like a 1 p.m. start. It won't be an ish. It'll be kind of a sharp start. Right, so FYI on that every day. They got us on a schedule now, so we can't just do it whenever we want. No. Monday from Mandalay Bay for the Super Bowl for BvB.